The following is a live sports presentation of GLICOD Communications, GLICOD.com.
GLICOD's coverage of Kentuckiana Football Friday starts now. Presented by Interstate Batteries.
Good evening and welcome to Silver Creek High School, Sellersburg, Indiana, for the battle between the Brownstown Central Braves and the Silver Creek Dragons. I'm Mike Beck, and with me tonight, Paul Love. Paul, glad to have you back. An expatriate, went down to Florida. We almost lost you, but we reeled you back in like one of those big fish out there in the ocean.
Well, I couldn't wait to get home, Mike, quite honestly. I mean, Florida, I love this area. I really, truly do, the climate and the whole thing. Florida is really not my cup of tea.
Well, we're glad you're back tonight for what promises to be or could be a very special night, especially for the Silver Creek Dragons, a young program. We've covered this in prior games. But tonight, if they can pull off what would be an upset, let's be honest, against a Brownstown Central team, if they could get the win tonight, they would at least have a tie in the Mid-Southern Conference championship race.
I think I told Coach May, and he alluded to the fact that, yes, that is important for that standpoint. They're 6-1. They have not lost a conference game, so obviously if he wins tonight, they win the conference outright. They got Scottsburg next week, but let's face it, I mean, that should be a win for them. Yeah,
that's a lot riding on the arm of Josh Landers, the quarterback of the Dragons. A retooled offense last year. It was run first, run twice, and maybe throw a pass every once in a while. Tonight, a different story. They're going to try to mix it up a little bit more.
They are indeed. Both teams, as a matter of fact, rely heavily on their quarterbacks. When you talk about Hayden Kinsler for Brownstown and Josh Landers for Silver Creek, they both got good talent, good running backs and good receivers and what have you, but I think the outcome of this game may depend heavily on which quarterback is really on tonight.
Okay, well, we'll go ahead and take our first break. When we come back, we will hear interviews. You spoke with both Coach May and Coach Dablow. We'll bring those both to you as our pregame coverage gets underway. You're watching GLICOD.com coverage of Kentuckiana high school football. We'll be right back.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, oh, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
When you want the best in oral surgery, try Kentuckiana Oral and Maxillofacial Surgical Associates. Think of us as KYOMS. Whether it's implants or dentures, reconstructive surgery, or wisdom teeth removal, KYOMS specialists combine their experience with the latest technology to give you the highest level of comfort and care. To find out about our 4 Louisville locations, visit us online, KYOMS.com. That's KYOMS.com.
The W.M. Kelly Company, complete metal manufacturing located in New Albany. They are always looking for experienced welders and machine operators. If you're interested in becoming part of their team, contact W.M. Kelly's Human Resources Office at 812-945-3529 or send an email to info@wmkelly.com. W.M. Kelly. Designing, building, innovating. This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by the W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany. With over 40 years' experience in metal manufacturing, WMKelly.com.
Here pregame at Silver Creek High School, where the Brownstown Braves roll in to have a face-off with the 5-2 Dragons. The Brownstown Braves going 6-1. Both teams having a pretty good year this year, and Privileged to talk with 26th year coach Reed May here at Brownstown Central. Coach, I've been around a long time, seen a lot, coached a lot, seen a lot, all that, but I'm not that skilled at this operation. But so help me out here. I know you're to me, you're like the old fox, if you don't mind me saying so. You got a game plan, but you're not going to give it to me. But tell me what you can about tonight's game.
Well, Silver Creek's a really well-balanced team. They run the ball really well in their jet sweep series. Their quarterback's a returning starter, so he throws the ball really well. So defensively, you can't really focus on one guy like you can some teams. And then defensively, they're a 4-4 team. I think they're getting better. They were really great defense last year. I think every year, every game, they're getting better and better to hold North Harrison to 13 points. That's a pretty good job by their defense. So they're a well-coached team. It's going to be a hard-fought game, and it's for the conference championship. You know, if they beat us, it's probably going to be a three-way tie. If we beat them, then we'll win the conference outright. So, you know, I've been telling our kids, I'm sure he's been telling his kids, the conference championship on the line.
It's really an important game, no doubt. We had you earlier in the season against Charlestown, and I kept a lot of stats in that game. One stat that really stuck out to me was the fact that you scored 7 touchdowns in that game, and there were 6 different people scored touchdowns. I think Thompson had a pass catch for a touchdown and a run for a touchdown. So you run a different kind of offense. I know the other team has to be concerned about that, but tell us a little bit about some of your surprises maybe this year. I know you're a balanced team, don't get me wrong, and I know that there's not going to be a standout, but who are you counting on tonight?
Well, our quarterback's playing really well. You know, we run the single wing offense. We call it the spinner series. That's what all the old school guys that used to run it. But the added dimension we have this year is our quarterback can throw the ball. So Hayden Kinsler's a quarterback. He has thrown the ball better than the last 2 quarterbacks we've had running this offense. So it gives us an added dimension. So something that hopefully we can take advantage of tonight. And then, defensively, we got a lot of seniors playing real well. So, we are a balanced offense. We like to have 4 or 5 guys carrying the ball. We like the quarterback to carry the ball some. So by doing that, by running what we do, it really gets the team a hard time to prepare for us.
I understand that. You talked a little bit about Kinsler, Hayden Kinsler, your quarterback. He's just sophomore, right? I mean, he is a junior. Okay, I had him 1 year, but you still got him back for another year, so that's a good sign for future things coming.
Yeah, we got a pretty good junior class. They've had 20 kids in this class. They've been good all along, so we really feel good about our junior class. And we have 11 seniors this year who's really mixed well with them. So, we feel like we got another good team coming next year.
And you're healthy tonight? Everybody in good shape as far as you know?
Yeah, we're good to go.
Okay, good enough. I won't ask you any more questions, though. So good luck tonight, Coach. And you got one more game next week against Scottsburg to finish your season. And tonight's game is a real pivotal game, so good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Coach.
What brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance, no matter what time it is.
And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Just call or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Remember to contact Theresa Lamb in New Albany.
Doug and Maureen Hope that travel the world as missionaries in some of the most remote nations. We honor them for their work. Thanks, guys.
Bill and Frank have served the country with honor during the Vietnam War. Bill has 2 Purple Hearts. Thank you both for your service.
We're truly honored to serve a generation that's really made a difference. For more information about American senior communities, please visit us at asccare.com.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
Paul Love back here at Silver Creek High School. Privileged to have a conversation with the head coach of the Silver Creek Dragons, John Dablow. Coach, you're 5-2. Had a big win last week, I think, against North Harrison. Got your work cut out for you tonight, though, with this Brownstown team. Mid-Southern Conference determiner. So what do you think about the game tonight?
Well, we hope it's a good one. Obviously, Brownstown is as good as they get in the Mid-Southern and has been for as long as I can remember. And Coach May is a phenomenal coach, and hopefully we can get a similar result to last week.
Well, and you got a pretty good personnel. As I look down your lineup, and I remember that first game that you played. The game that we had earlier was against Charlestown, and I bet you wish you had that game to play over again.
I would like to have that game back in a heartbeat.
I'll bet you would, but that's not the way it works, right?
That is not the way it works.
Okay, so tonight then, this real good Brownstown team. You're looking for leadership, I think, from a couple of your players. Let's talk a little bit about your quarterback, Josh Landers. He's a senior, throwing about 51% on the passes, and carrying the ball 5 touchdowns. Counts for a lot of touchdowns for your team.
He counts a lot of our offense. We go through him quite a bit, and being a senior, we put a big leadership role on him this year, and he's really stepped up to the plate. And when he plays well, we play well, bottom line. And we hope he plays well tonight.
I'll bet you do. I also looked a little bit at your defensive stats here. Leading on defense looks to me like maybe Ben Landers, linebacker, another one, Dylan Goodlett, Peyton Myers. Those are your leaders in the back as the linebackers, right? As far as tackles.
Yes, they are, absolutely. Yeah, they get the job done, and then up front, Braden Thomas, Taylor Betts are 2 of our defensive linemen. Garen Bauer's been playing over there a little bit as well, and linebackers can't make tackles without a good D-line, and I think they've been getting better a little bit every week.
Well, I mentioned that because the defense oftentimes gets overlooked. Everybody wants to know about who's carrying the ball, who's scoring touchdowns, and all that. Everybody healthy tonight, Coach, going into this contest?
They better be. They better be. I think we're about as healthy as we have been in a couple of weeks. So hopefully we're getting healthy at the right time, and it's going to be a good one tonight.
Absolutely good one. Determines conference championship. I think if you beat them, it's going to be a big tie, maybe 2 or 3 ways. But if you can't beat them tonight, Brownstown's going to win. So I know you've got your guys prepped for that.
Well, that's what we said. We won't put that word "co" on our T-shirts, but we know what's at stake tonight, and hopefully the guys do too, and we're ready to go.
Coach, your players are waiting for you, so I won't keep you any longer. Good luck tonight. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thanks, Paul.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm an extremely average golfer. I take my first full swing of the day and hit a perfect duck hook over the frontage road and right through your windshield. You yank the wheel and end up OB in a water hazard. And if you have cut rate insurance, you could be out a whole lot of green. So get Allstate.
And Floyd Knobs. Call Allstate agent Packy Page today.
Come back, I'll do game day weather first.
Hi folks, Jeff Kennedy with HKC Roofing. HKC has a full-time quality control supervisor on all our jobs. That's why we provide the best warranties in the roofing industry. We're so sure you'll love your new HKC roof. If you aren't satisfied, we'll pay a competitor to replace it. Call us now for your free digital roof analysis at 502-212-1081 or go online at roofyourhouse.com.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Westminster Village, Kentuckiana, a senior living community located in the heart of Clarksville, has been serving residents and the community for over 3 decades. Even if your needs change, your home doesn't have to. Independent apartments, assisted living, rehab programs, and skilled nursing. Call 812-282-9691 to schedule a tour and to find out more. Find Westminster Village, Kentuckiana on Facebook and online.
You're busy, always on the go, and when you need your car repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop and Auto Service, you can now make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and are family owned and operated. They've been serving your family since 1954. At 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. Call Call's Collision Repair at 949-5245. For mechanical repair, it's 948-2778. That's Call's Body Shop and Auto Service. Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
What? No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
University of Louisville, Indiana.
Welcome back here. Senior night activities underway at Silver Creek High School. Mike Beck, Paul Love. And tonight, let's take a quick look at the game day weather. Game day weather tonight brought to you by CASA. A glance tonight weather. A glance at tonight's weather. And it's not hard to glance at the weather. We had a chance of showers. They showed up on the radar and then they dissipated. And we've got a nice evening in store for us. Temperature in the mid-80s, but we'll slowly drop through the evening. Expect the temperature to be down to about 78 degrees by the end of game time tonight. It looks as if the rains may have split and missed us, and if that's the case, we'll say amen, because we were here for the Providence game, and the rains, they found us. So,
well, like you said, the sun's kind of getting down now. It's behind the clouds, and it really feels cool and nice out here. It's going to turn out to be almost a perfect night for football.
Not a bad night for football. Tonight's weather brought to you by Clark County CASA. Become a volunteer and enrich the life of a child. Call 812-285-0743 or visit CASAVoiceClark.org. Well, let's talk about some keys of the game tonight, and let's start with the visiting team, as we usually do, courtesy to the visitors. Keys of the game tonight brought to you by Allstate agent Packy Page and Floyd's Knobs. For a free quote on your car insurance, stop by his office in Highlander Point or call 812-202-7271. Allstate insurance agent Packy Page. Brownstown Central, what are some keys for them tonight, Paul?
Well, we talked about the fact that both teams have good quarterbacks and experienced quarterbacks, but and we talked about the fact that the game may hinge on how well each of them do. But guess what? If they don't have time to pass the ball, or if they don't have lanes to run in, let's don't forget that line in front of them and the defense on the other side. So I think the quarterbacks will be the key to the game. Hayden Kinsler for Brownstown, 984 yards and 7 touchdowns passing with just 2 interceptions, 16 carries for 69 yards. And just go right ahead and talk about the Silver Creek Dragons. Josh Landers, a senior, 50% passer, 813 yards, 9 touchdowns, and he has 71 carries and 399 yards and 5 touchdowns. So maybe statistically, Josh Landers, being the older of the two, got him a little bit, but both teams have real good running backs behind them.
Speaking of those running backs, a key to the game for Brownstown would be to get as many of those backs the ball. One of the things, as you look at the stats for Brownstown, is they know running back seems to have a lot of yards, but a lot of running backs have a good portion, like between 200 and 300 yards, but they've got like 6 or 7 kids with that many yards.
They do indeed. You mentioned Kalen Bollinger. He's probably one of the main guys, along with Derek Thompson, those two. But guess what? Out of the backfield, both teams have running backs that catch passes as well.
Yeah.
So don't forget the fact that, yes, they're running the ball for yards, but they're also good receivers in the offense for the respective teams.
Okay, keys for the game. Let's focus specifically on Silver Creek, because they really have the big mountain to climb. They're the ones that are the underdog. They're the new kids on the block. They want to be the champion, or at least co-champion. What are they going to have to do tonight to knock off Brownstown Central?
I don't know how you defense the single wing. I really don't. It is a very deceptive offense. Defense for Silver Creek's going to have to get to the ball carrier and get to the quarterback and try to disrupt some of those many handoffs that Brownstown's going to show them in this ball game.
So defensive penetration on the front four is key. That and maintaining their gaps, because the other issue is that you bite on a fake with a lot of movement in the backfield, and you think it's gone one direction and it comes around the other direction and he's off to the races, and we've seen that happen before.
Yeah, preventing the big play, and that's what you're talking about there. If they can't seal those gaps and get to the quarterback, big plays are going to happen. And I agree with you that Brownstown probably got to be the favorite in tonight's game, but Silver Creek's playing awfully well right now, and we're hoping they can give them a good game.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and take a break. Again, those are keys to the game tonight, brought to you by Allstate insurance agent Packy Page. Stand by, another break awaits just ahead, and then we'll come back and talk about some starting lineups, things like that. So keep it right here. Senior night activities continue. We'll take a break and be back right after this on GLICOD.com.
Many children in your community need a voice. That's why you should volunteer for CASA, court-appointed special advocates who stand for the best interest of abused and neglected children involved in the court system. CASA volunteers are ordinary community members, and as a volunteer, you'll receive plenty of training and have lots of resources to help you with your cases. For more information or to become a volunteer, contact your local CASA office or visit casaforchildren.org.
Doug and Maureen hope to travel the world as missionaries in some of the most remote nations. We honor them for their work. Thanks, guys.
Bill and Frank have served the country with honor during the Vietnam War. Bill has 2 Purple Hearts. Thank you both for your service.
We're truly honored to serve a generation that's really made a difference. For more information about American senior communities, please visit us at asccare.com.
Hello, this is Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. I'd like to ask for your vote for re-election on Tuesday, November the 6th. And also, this ad was paid for and approved by Jamie Knoll for Sheriff.
When it comes to basketball, the Kentucky Wildcats are legendary. And when it comes to steaks, so is Pat's Steakhouse. Pat's opened in 1958, the same year the Fiddlin' Five won the national title. To make a reservation, call 502-893-2062 and check out patsteakhouselouisville.com. And when the weather's nice, make sure to ask about sitting out on the patio at Pat's. Pat's Steakhouse. They're not the best because they're the oldest. They're the oldest because they're the best.
And we're back. Mike Beck, Paul Love, glad to be here at Silver Creek High School tonight for the game between the Brownstown Central Braves and the Silver Creek Dragons. And starting lineups tonight brought to you by Vonier's Auto Air. Vonier's service is our product. Vonier's Auto Air in Jeffersonville, 812-283-6215. Let's go down through some of the key starters, key athletes that will be making an appearance and an impact perhaps tonight.
Well, we've already talked about Brownstown, Hayden Kinsler, but backing him up at running back, we've got Derek Thompson. He's, so far this year, 39 carries, 477 yards, and 9 touchdowns, and also 9 catches for 185 yards and 3 touchdowns. So don't forget that factor in there as well. Caleb Boldinger, we mentioned him earlier. He's got 33 tackles, 16 assists, 17 tackles, but carrying the ball 35 times, 353 yards, 4 touchdowns, and also 8 catches, 228 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So you mentioned earlier there's a lot of other guys that are going to get their hands on the ball, but those are 2 of the probably more important ones for Brownstown. Silver Creek, again, we mentioned Josh Landers, really tough quarterback as a senior, wanting to finish this year right, his senior year. He's been here for a while. And backing him up, Easton Messer, at running back, who also is a defensive back, 53 carries, 398 yards, and 5 touchdowns, and also 12 catches, 352 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So there's that combination of running and passing. Along with him, Elijah Bays in the backfield, another senior, 29 carries, 164 yards, and 3 touchdowns, and 9 catches, 161 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Once again, there are other guys that we're going to be calling their names throughout the game, but those are some of the keys on offense.
Speaking of that offensive list, Easton Messer has really kind of blossomed in this season. Just a freshman,
right,
and has nearly 400 yards rushing. So it's not usual to see a freshman get that many yards, to get that many touches in a varsity contest. But he seems to be the real deal this year.
Absolutely does. And again, just think about him tonight playing a powerhouse like Brownstown. See if he can produce those kind of numbers here again tonight. Can I mention also on defense, the Silver Creek Dragons, their leading tacklers are their linebackers. Ben Landers with 61 tackles, and that's a combination of solos and assists. Dylan Godlet has 50. Peyton Myers 40, and Braden Thomas 39. So those are the guys that are going to be calling their names on the defensive side. Looking at Brownstown, similarly, got Matthew Bell at linebacker with 47 tackles and assists. Luke Shelton with 46 right behind him, and then also Caleb Bollinger and Braden Walker with 33 and 32 tackles. So those are the guys that are going to be mixing it up in the line of scrimmage here tonight.
Starting lineups again brought to you by Vonier's Auto Air. Just a couple minutes counting down on the scoreboard at least, but the Dragons still haven't come out of the locker room with that last-minute rah-rah speech. Coach Dablow has got the enviable or unenviable task, perhaps, of trying to get his team up and yet keep them focused. You know, it's kind of a fine line to walk, to get that adrenaline pumping, but not get the kids so hyped up that they overreact, they overexert, they
try too hard.
Yeah, they come out with too much.
Absolutely. But you know something? That adrenaline will be flowing. That first snap of the ball, that line of scrimmage, boy, I tell you what, that's going to be really important on who controls this game here tonight.
Brownstown across the way, nice little tradition as they come jumping, flying, and flipping. And that's always great till somebody gets hurt, and then and then there's
that guy didn't make it up.
The lawsuit. Where'd he go?
Got the officials out in the middle of the field. I guess they haven't had their ceremonial toss of the coin to find out who's going to get the ball first here tonight.
Because of the festivities of the evening, I'm going to probably agree with you on that. One other question, and we're kind of delaying here to go to our last break before we get ready for kickoff because they still have to do the anthem and all that. Saw last night, was covering Butler at PRP, and that was a real one-sided contest, all Butler all night. But something I'd never seen, and I bet you have seen this, or maybe you know how this would be handled. One of the referees was injured during that game, went down hard, had to be carted off the field, and they played with 4 referees instead of 5. How does that work? Do they basically just assign a new position, or do you know from the athletic director's side of things?
Well, I think from the more important games, the tournament games and what have you, they're going to have a substitute. They're going to have somebody ready to step in there. But yes, and that, Mike, is the case in football for sure, but I'd say more importantly in baseball. Lately, I mean, I've watched these Major League Baseball games, and these umpires are taking some serious. I mean, when the ball's coming in from the pitcher at 100 miles an hour and it just barely gets tipped by the bat, and they catch one right in the mouth, that's like a sucker punch from a boxer. I tell you what, these guys do get hurt, and I've seen situations where they've had to take the umpire out and replace him, or somebody else suits up that's out in the field. But yeah. Umpiring and refereeing is not something for everybody. I tell you what, there's some factors involved there.
Not for the faint at heart. Well, we don't wish any ill on the men in stripes tonight, as they have a thankless job. Let's be honest. People don't give them any love, and that's just the way it is. And here come the Dragons as they rush out onto the field on senior night here in Sellersburg, Indiana. I think they probably should have run those flags backwards. It says Snow Guard.
You got it.
Or Dragons as they turn.
Right now. Okay.
There we go. Now we've got Dragons.
Wait a minute, what's that name for a word that's the same backwards and forwards? I can't remember.
It's something. It's a word.
I have to ask my English teacher about that one.
Yeah, well, my daughter's taking grammar in college. Maybe she'll know that answer, but probably not. Anyway, Dragons getting ready to head to the sideline. The captains will go to midfield, and we'll go. I assume we're going to get a national anthem. We hasn't been played as of yet. I suspect they'll do that first.
That's a requirement. They're still waiting to put the captains out for the coin toss.
And will they do the coin toss first or the anthem first?
They're coming right now. The referees are waving them out. Brownstown captains are at their sidelines, ready to come across. Looking at their numbers, 53, 27. Let's see, 53 would be Dane Dariage. 77 not playing tonight, but in the captain's group, Taylor Henderson. 31, who we got here? Ethan Bundy. And 51, I'll get them all in, Robbie Branneman.
And for Silver Creek, number 42 is Garen Bauer. 15, Josh Landers. 45, Peyton Myers. And
5, Dylan Witt.
Dylan Witt, another senior. So the senior captain's out to midfield. We'll go ahead and stay with him just a second, but we'll see if we can find out who's going to get the ball first before we go to our final break before kickoff. And again, national anthem yet to be regaled.
Typically, they do that earlier, so this is just a formality now. But actually, the referee's got a coin in his hand. Maybe he's going to flip it and do it.
Looks like it. Coin is up, and it's down. Brownstown has won the toss. And we'll see what
they're going to decline. They're going to kick. Silver Creek will get the ball to start.
All right. Well, with that, we'll go ahead and take a break. We'll be back with kickoff right after this on GLICOD.com. Stay with us, folks.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family-owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com.
Hi, folks. Jeff Kennedy with HKC Roofing. HKC has a full-time quality control supervisor on all our jobs. That's why we provide the best warranties in the roofing industry. We're so sure you'll love your new HKC roof. If you aren't satisfied, we'll pay a competitor to replace it. Call us now for your free digital roof analysis at 502-212-1081 or go online at roofyourhouse.com.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up. Shut up, Jeff.
I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
From GLICOD Communications, it's Kentuckiana Football Friday. Presented by Interstate Batteries. Outrageously dependable since 1952. And available throughout southern Indiana. For the dealer nearest you, visit interstatebatteries.com. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Centra Credit Union. For banking and financial services that are centered around you. Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll, who reminds you not to text and drive. Kentuckiana Oral Surgery, with 4 locations to serve you, including behind Menards at Town Center Boulevard in Jeff. The W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany, designing, building, innovating, and now hiring. The Locker Room. Vonyers Autowear in Jeffersonville, family owned since 1981. And by Allstate agent Packy Page of Floyd's Knobs. He'll put you in good hands. Now to the field for all the action from GLICOD Communications on Kentuckiana Football Friday, presented by Interstate Batteries.
And we're ready to go here as the teams have taken the field. And there's the kick. Going to be taken at the 10-yard line. And he's going laterally, but not upfield. Trying to get to his wall, but couldn't quite get there, and that's Easton Messer on the return. Silver Creek will start the ball at about the 18-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
Like you say, a lot of yards there into the game. None of them upfield. So
generally they say on the kickoff to go vertical, but
yeah,
that was horizontal.
Ethan Savakis for Brownstown, the kicker. Pretty nice kick.
And we'll see the offense of the Dragons to start the ball game tonight. Josh Landers, the quarterback. Single back set. Messer goes in motion. They fake it to Messer. Landers going to keep it and go straight forward. Pick up a few. It'll be 2nd down. And we'll see how this works out tonight. He got about 2, maybe 3 on that. They'll call it 2nd and 8.
2 on the play, 2nd down.
Ball right about the 20-yard line.
Once again, Landers is going to carry the ball a number of times tonight. Got a nice option there. Saw an opportunity, gained a couple yards.
2-back set. Quarterback in the pistol. Fakes it, runs the option, now throws a pass off the option, and a very well-designed play. First down and more. And Elijah Bays, the reception. And they get the ball out across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 16-yard pass play. Not a bad
good
look
yeah,
there.
It's a very good option that time. Nice read by the quarterback and good catch and run by Messer.
That's one way to attack that defense. The keys on the option is to sneak a receiver out there in the flat. 1st and 10. Landers back. He's going to put it in the air again, and this time he throws it downfield, but before his tight end was ready for it. Not a bad pass, but timing's a little bit off that time.
Got a big target there in Garen Bauer. He's one of the hefty ones on that lineup. Plays the linebacker and also runs out of the backfield, or tight end, excuse me.
We saw him in the Providence game earlier in the season. They used him a couple of times in the first quarter. Then he went silent and didn't call his name the rest of the evening. 2nd and 10. Dragons' first offensive series here in the first quarter. Landers hands it off, comes to the left side. Knight on a nice run out to the 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Heath Knight running in tailback, a name we haven't called a lot this year, but that's what happens in high school football. A lot of personnel changes, and we expected a lot of Easton Messer, and he's touched it once.
But you also get play from Bays and Landers and Messer as well.
Landers fakes tonight, going to stop, drop back. We got a flag on the play. He's got the first down on the ground. And we'll see what happens here. Probably going to be against the offense.
You'd think. He's out of bounds at the 50-yard line, or actually 49.
They wave the flag off, and so it appears he's going to have a first down on the carry. Josh Landers did that one all on his own.
Sure did. 9 yards. Says pass or run, and receivers covered downfield. So nice play by Josh Landers to pick up 9 yards.
Injured Brave on the play is Braden Walker. He goes off limping. Needs help to get to the sideline. He looks like he's dinged up. We'll see if he's able to make it back in the game. 1st and 10, just short of midfield at the 49-yard line. First drive of the night for the Dragons. Hand off to Messer, right side. He's going to bounce it outside. Now cut it back up. Simply not much there. Picks up 1. It'll be 2nd and 9. Just got to midfield, but there were a wall of Braves.
Yeah, they strung that out nicely. They surely did. Good defensive line action by the Braves that time. 2nd and 9, right at the 50-yard line.
First drive of the night. This one started at the 18-yard line. They've moved it out 32 yards so far. Not bad for our first look at the Dragons here tonight. Landers in the pistol. Man in motion is Bays. Fakes to him. Landers throws out in the flat. Fingertip catch right at the ground. Excellent catch.
And the receiver.
And he's on the far side. He will come into focus. I believe it's Heath Knight. They move him at wide receiver, or tailback, wherever it happens to work. Nice pass.
Really nice catch, more than anything else. He just, that was a shoestringer. Pulled that right off the ground.
3rd and inches. Brownstown looking for something up the middle. Delayed run by the quarterback. I imagine that was a designed play. Appeared to be. Landers goes straight ahead and picks up the first down on the ground.
Quarterback sneak up the middle, brought down by number 6, Derek Thompson.
Got inside the 40-yard line, down to the 37.
About a 6-yard gain, so far so good for Josh Landers. He's meeting that quarterback challenge we talked about.
1st and 10. Puts a man in motion. That's Bays. Little collision there in the backfield, and Landers is in big trouble. And that fell apart in a hurry. I'm not sure what that play was, but it looked like the student body from Brownstown was in the backfield.
Loss of 12 yards. That hurts. Had a good drive going, but that's not going to help him. And he's going to be 2nd and real long at 23 yards.
Tough position here for Silver Creek. They've had a nice drive so far, but one bad play. And that puts you, as they say, behind the chains.
Or you could say one good play for Brownstown, so they really got after it.
Fake the handoff. Landers rolls to his right. He's in trouble. Pitches. And loss of more. A drive that started so well, now starting to go the wrong direction for Silver Creek, back to their own 45-yard line. And this is not what they were hoping for.
Loss of 5 on the play. That'll bring up third down.
3rd and 28.
Going the wrong way. Had a nice drive going. Now they're back to 3rd and 28.
Ben Landers a little dinged up on that play. He comes out. Jacob Graff in. Man in motion is Elijah Bays. He'll come around this side. He's got some room and some speed. Bays in a hustle. He fumbles the ball, but he goes out of bounds as he's doing it, so they're going to say he was down. It'll be 4th down.
19 Bays jet sweep on the left-hand side.
Not a bad run, but not nearly enough for a first down. It'll be 4th and about 17.
About 13 yards on that carry. Obvious punting.
I would say 4th and 16, but either way, it's a punting situation. Ben Landers, the punter. A low spinning kick. And well covered by the Dragons. Dylan Witt down there in a hurry to make the stop.
Number 2, Bollinger takes the punt.
Caleb Bollinger on the return, and he didn't really get much return at all. See where they spot it.
Really kind of hard to see those yard lines. I remember that from the last time we were here. They're not really, they don't stand out very well.
No, but I believe they've got it down on the 15-yard line, and that's where Brownstown Central will take over. 1st and 10. And we'll get to see Hayden Kinsler, the quarterback for Brownstown, see what he can get going.
Yeah, on the 25-yard line is what they're showing on. Oh, it is 15. You're right.
Heads around the left side to the corner, and a big first down carry at Derek Thompson. And he gets 10 and a few more.
Knocked out of bounds by number 15,
13 yards.
And they'll spot the ball
that'll move the chains
at the
28, looks like.
28 down, yeah. 1st and 10.
Relying a lot on the scoreboard out here because I can't see those numbers very well.
Brownstown no huddle type situation. They just go up to the line. Handoff up the middle. Nice little delay. And he breaks some tackles, and another first down run for Brownstown. This time it's Caleb Bollinger. 12 yards plus.
Number 2, Bollinger.
They're getting chunks of yardage. And again, that single wing deceptive backfield, I tell you what, it's hard to defend. Ball get some big holes.
Gets the ball out to the 40-yard line, and Brownstown Central quickly on the attack. Kinsler has the ball. He goes to pass, puts it in the air, has a receiver open, and simply overthrows him. Nice attempt and a well-designed play, but quarterback's pass wasn't on the mark.
Well, he was open, but again, quarterback running left, trying to throw with the right hand, that's a difficult thing to do, so not very close on that attempt.
2nd and 10, ball back at the 40. No score here about halfway through the first period. Not a badly played game. Silver Creek started with a nice drive, then ran into some trouble, a.k.a. the defense of the Braves. Defense strung it out this time. Thompson on the carry, but not the same result as the first time he touched it. This time he only got 3. 3rd and 7. Big third down play here for Silver Creek, the way
this could be a big stop for Silver Creek. Remember, Silver Creek came out with a good offense, moved the ball to the 50-yard line, and then they stalled. But we'll see if Brownstown can do any better in a similar type pattern.
Brownstown averaging more than 40 points a ball game, so anytime you can get a stop, you consider that a win. Man in motion. Kinsler with the ball, keeps it himself. He's got a first down. He needed 7. He got about 10. Across midfield down to the 47-yard line, and the drive continues. That's one of those plays where the defense wasn't quite disciplined to watch the inside. They let it slip open, and he came shooting through.
He did. When the quarterback in this single wing turns his back on the line of scrimmage, that's where the defenders have a difficult time figuring out who's going to get the ball, and that time Kinsler just turned and kept it and ran. Short snap this time.
To the up back. Carry that time by Sam Huber. His first touch of the night, 5-yard carry, 2nd and 5.
Gain of 5 on the play, 2nd down.
Kinsler reads the play, man in motion, keeps it himself, and this time the defense gets to him. Good play by Joe Lemon. Defensive end, he comes flying in there and makes a stop.
Loss of 8 on the play. 9, they're calling it.
So that'll be 3rd and 13. And a big play there. I'm sorry, that was number 2. That was Ben Landers. Sometimes those numbers are a little hard to read across the field, but we want to give the credit to the right person. Landers on the stop. Kinsler puts his man in motion. He keeps it himself. He's going to look downfield. Has a receiver.
Oh, wide open.
Can he get it there? Yes, he does, and it's a touchdown. A 50-yard touchdown pass.
Thompson, wasn't it?
Yes, Thompson. Derek Thompson. And he was pretty wide open downfield.
I like the blocking by the line to give Kinsler enough time to get that kind of depth on a pass. Really well devised. Ethan Savakis on the try for point.
Kick is up, and it's through. And with that, Brownstown 7, Silver Creek nothing.
That makes the score Brownstown 7, Silver Creek.
Well, that's not what the Dragons were hoping to see on their first drive.
It was all even up to that point. What a bomb.
Silver Creek would like to thank their corporate sponsors, Badger, Spiller, Nicholson, and Beck. Michelle's Tax Service.
All right. You've given up 1 touchdown. What do you do for an encore here if you're Silver Creek?
I'll tell you what, that game was almost a dead even as far as the first offensive series by each team until that happened. Again, plenty of time for Kinsler there to set up in the backfield, all the time in the world, and that Thompson, he's one of those guys that he's going to carry the ball and he's going to catch the ball. And this time it was a big catch for 50 yards.
Brownstown to kick off again. 2nd time tonight. They opened the game by giving the ball to the Dragons, and the Dragons put together a nice drive until it stalled out. A couple of plays that kind of collapsed around them. The key to beating Brownstown is finishing drives. We'll see if they can do it this time. Savakis to kick. Kick is up, end over end. Taking it about the 15-yard line. And they really want this left wing. Elijah Bays on the return.
Nice return, actually.
Brought down by number 40, Hubert.
They're trying to form a wall. People say, why is he running all the way across the field? Well, defensively, they're trying to form a wall and let him get behind it. But Brownstown Central's not having too much of that.
No, but again, he got a nice gain out of it from the 15 all the way up, just at the 28-yard line. Okay.
1st and 10, Silver Creek ball. Drive started well earlier. Can they start another one here? Landers, the quarterback. Knight, the tailback, to his right. Man in motion is Bays. Fake to Bays. They go to the left. Short side of the field, they run that option, and there's not a lot of room there for the option on the short side. Tough call. Knight on the carry. He may have gotten 1, and that'll be all. 2nd and 9.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
Again, good defense by Brownstown to string that out, and good outside responsibilities by the end. Nice tackle by the back. That's the way you draw it up. Silver Creek needs some yards here. They do not want to get behind Brownstown too far.
Yeah, that's not a game you want to play catch-up on. Inside handoff, and that door closed before it opened. Straight ahead, and the Brownstown defense just clogged it up. Knight on the carry, and he had nowhere to go.
Landers trying to take the ball up the middle.
Was it Landers or Knight?
They said it was Landers. I thought it was Knight, but
okay.
We'll take the PA announcer every time. Loss of about half a yard. It's going to be a 3rd and long 9. Passing situation.
Pretty obvious passing. They got trips right.
Landers drops back. Throws it in, and a great defensive play. And a late flag.
I thought that might be a good call. He had his hand around his hip as he reached with the other hand.
Derek Thompson going to be flagged for pass interference. Good call on that. I couldn't quite see. I was looking at the pass. I'm following it down, and your eyes got there just a bit before mine. And that'll be a first down for Silver Creek, and that's a break for them.
Sure is.
Pretty well played ball game so far. Not many penalties.
It's a 15-yarder. That one hurt. Not so much. 3:20 left in the first quarter. Plenty of time to go. But Silver Creek needs to get this run. They need to get it past the 50-yard line and get it on down into the red zone.
1st and 10, ball at the 44. Landers sets his offense in motion. Fakes tonight. He's going to put it downfield. Has a receiver. And he overthrows everybody. And Elijah Bay is the intended target, but pass was well overthrown.
Yep. Nice looking ball. Nice tight spiral. Just about 4 feet too high.
Yeah, the key to that pass is putting it in his hands.
Got to be able to touch it. Yeah.
Yeah. Got to give your receiver at least ability to make a play on the ball, and that ball was well beyond that. And maybe he threw it beyond that simply because he saw it wasn't there.
Could be. Could be. He's
pretty good coverage.
2 for 4 passing.
2nd and 10. Lone man back there. He's alone. Gets through the first wave. He's going to pull it down and try to run for it.
Nice
arm. Breaks through. Landers out across the 40-yard line and into Braves territory with a nice run down to the 39. Strong run by Josh Landers, and that's the kind of thing that's going to keep their drives alive.
About 17 yards on that, and I tell you what, he got a nice straight arm there to break free as he was rounding the end.
Brings up 1st down and 10. Clock under 3 minutes here. First quarter. Handoff Elijah Bays. He's going to the right side. He's got a blocker out in front. It's Knight. Does he get the sideline? He does. Stays in bounds. And a nice pickup. Another first down. And a late flag, I believe, came in on the side.
Jet sweep right-hand side. Brought down by number 20, Neal.
Or am I just seeing a reflection of something?
We're going to see where they're going to spot the ball.
And we got a hold downfield. So will they give him the first down and then mark the penalty yards off?
Well, let's see what the white hat has to say about that.
10-yard penalty on the hold from the spot of the foul. We'll push it back to the 33-yard line. So they don't give him a first down on the gain, or do they? Yes, they do. They say it is a first down, but then penalty. Now they say no. Side judge and the ref had a disagreement. Ref wins.
Meanwhile, who was that that carried the ball?
Wait a second. What down is this now?
Bays. Yeah.
They have first down on the scoreboard, first down on the chains, but we've got a timeout here because we got some confusion.
I'm confused.
Timeout Silver Creek.
Timeout Silver Creek.
Is it 1st and 4 or 1st and 3 as it appears, or what's the situation?
You should head on over to the tent on the track.
Well, while they figure it out, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back right after this. You're watching football on GLICOD.com. Stay with us.
The friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, oh, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Century Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Welcome back here, Mike Beck, Paul Love, as we still haven't figured out exactly how we got 1st and 4 here at the 33-yard line, but I guess it beats 1st and 10 if you're a Silver Creek fan, so we'll just take it for what it is on face value and go on. High school football sometimes makes up the rules as you go along. Landers back, man in motion is Messer, and Landers has nowhere to go and goes down, and that play fell apart.
He faked the handoff and went right. I think he saw a wall there, though, and decided not to fight it.
He kept it himself, lost a couple of yards. It's going to be 2nd down and about 5. From 1st and 4 to 2nd and 5.
But they're in the Brownstown territory at the 34-yard line.
Probably in 4-down territory as well.
You'd think.
7-0 score. Man in motion is Messer. He's a decoy. It's a pass. Wide receiver is open. And it's a touchdown. Elijah Bays goes 35 yards through the air. And Silver Creek strikes.
Nice looking pass. Got him open. Good play action in the backfield.
And that's the kind of medicine Creek needed to get back in this ball game. You cannot get down by 2 or 3 touchdowns to a Brownstown team. That's the kiss of death. Extra point attempt. Snap and hold are good. Kick is low, but goes spinning through the uprights. And we got a tie ball game. 7-7 with 1:41 to go.
I don't know about you, Mike. I'm a little relieved there. I just look for Brownstown to be the better team tonight, but so far, Silver Creek, they're moving the ball, and they're playing pretty good defense for the most part. Pretty even game so far, as the score indicates, 7-7.
Well, we've had some games that have not been close ones, so maybe in the way life unfolds, it's our turn for a good ball game. How about it?
I'd like to think. Yeah, who's got the ball the last possession wins the game.
Silver Creek prepares to kick off. Tied the ball game up here. And even more importantly, I think that's a confidence builder. You know, when you're playing a team that has such a winning tradition and dominated the conference as much as Brownstown has, to know you can march down the field and tie the ball game tells you that you can score against these guys. Kick is up. Bollinger on the return, and he'll be out across the
number 2 Bollinger,
about the 30-yard line.
Down by number 2 Lander.
Ben Landers on the stop. He's just a sophomore. He's a younger brother of Josh, and Ben has become quite the ball player himself.
Yeah, got a couple years to go. I tell you, he's going to be a good one. Already is. Ball in the 30.
1st and 10. A lot of shifting here for Brownstown. They send a man outside now. Kinsler waits for the snap. Little shuffle pass there. Bollinger. Josh Landers, the last man to him, pushes him out of bounds. But a huge run that time from Caleb Bollinger.
Number 2 Bollinger takes the shuttle pass. Takes up the right-hand side. Knocked out of bounds by number 15 Landers.
See where they spotted. He's out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. So a big run that time.
38 yards. Okay. You have to call that a pass play, too. Shovel pass.
Yeah. Handoff up the middle to Huber. And he'll pick up a few.
Huber, about a 4-yard gain. Getting near the end of the first quarter here. 1:10 left. Brownstown moving the ball.
Number 40, Huber.
2nd down and about 7.
Brought down by number 55, Taylor.
They have moved the ball in chunks, too. Gains have been big ones.
A lot of shifting going on by Brownstown. It's part of the deception of this offense.
Number 9, the ball carrier.
That's Stuckwich. Yes. We know that name.
Yeah, we do.
He'll pick up a few more, about 3 on that carry. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Stuckwich takes the ball to the left-hand side. Brought down by number 30.
And we may get one more play here before the end of the quarter.
Gain of 4 on the play, 3rd down.
Brownstown, very deliberate about what they do. They're in no hurry. Nobody rushes them. They dictate their own tempo. Kinsler waits for the snap. Again, a lot of shifting going on. Short snap to the up back, and he comes flying out of there. It's Huber. And a late flag comes in, and we'll see what that is from the back judge. I'm not sure what the penalty was.
Huber takes the ball up the middle. Penalty flag on the play.
Probably a face mask, but until we get a call, we don't know for sure.
Where are they spotting the ball? That's my question.
Looked like it's close to the 10-yard line. Lines on the field are very illegible. You can probably see it better on the TV than we can see it in person. Personal foul, face mask, so that'll be half the distance to the goal. And that will push them even deeper, and that'll give them a 1st and goal inside the 10-yard line. Let's see, they spot it on the 7. With 4.5 seconds to go, we'll get one more play here in the first quarter. And no, we won't. Clock runs out, and at the end of 1, we got a tie ball game at 7. We'll take a break and be back with the second quarter right after this. You're watching GLICOD.com coverage of Kentuckiana High School football. Stay with us.
When you want the best in oral surgery, try Kentuckiana Oral and Maxillofacial Surgical Associates. Think of us as KYOMS. Whether it's implants or dentures, reconstructive surgery, or wisdom teeth removal, KYOMS specialists combine their experience with the latest technology to give you the highest level of comfort and care. To find out about our 4 Louisville locations, visit us online at KYOMS.com. That's KYOMS.com.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
From Billy Ramsey.
Welcome back. Here is the second quarter about to get underway. Silver Creek, Brownstown tied at 7, but Brownstown knocking at the door. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line after that long run and then a penalty on the top of it. Kinsler takes the snap, little shuttle pass to Bollinger. He goes straight ahead, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown. And it took 5 seconds into the second quarter before they went back on top by 6.
Brownstown touchdown.
They're making it look easy out there, Paul.
They do. They're big chunks. I tell you what, looks like Brownstown to me is kind of settling in here, and Silver Creek's going to have to respond.
Extra point attempt. Snap and the hold are good. Kick is good as well. Brownstown goes back up by 7.
Kick by number 26, Sedlakis is good.
14-7. Silver Creek been playing from behind tonight. Able last time to move it downfield, especially on the arm of Josh Landers, on his legs too. Nice scramble a couple of times on that last drive.
I think it's going to be up to Silver Creek to have to answer each time, because I don't think they're going to slow Brownstown down a whole lot. When all is said and done, too big a chunks of yardage there. Too many people involved. I had Brownstown in that first quarter, 8 carries total, 53 yards, and then 2 passes for a total of 88 yards and a touchdown. So Silver Creek, on the other hand, 13 carries and 42 yards. So that's pretty even as far as the run game is concerned. 3 passes caught by Silver Creek. One a 35-yard touchdown pass to Bays, and another 16-yarder from him, and then 8-yard catch by Knight. So that sums up that first quarter.
All right. Well, Brownstown ready to kick off here. Ethan Savakis given the duties. Their kickoff team a little unusual. They don't cover the entire length of the field. They kind of group over to one side. Kick taken by Messer. He'll come straight ahead this time. Run into a pile of bodies there. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Silver Creek.
At the 25-yard line, is that one good?
Messer takes the kickoff.
I'm going to wait and see where they put it down.
Really, it's hard to tell.
I've been burned too many times. But looks like it's going to be at about the 27. So 1st and 10 at the 27. Or they say that's the 28. My mistake. See, that's why I wait.
Read the board. Silver Creek needs to answer here.
Silver Creek will start on the 22-yard line.
Like we said, don't want to get too far behind this Braves team.
1st and 10. Landers in the pistol. Motion man is Messer. Landers going to throw a short pass to the tight end, and
flag on the play.
We'll have to see what the call is here. Did he catch that? They're holding it like he had the spot.
I think it was Bauer, was it not?
It was Garrett Bauer. Basically, Landers threw it down his feet. Bauer went down, caught it, and went straight to the ground.
But there was a flag coming in from the line judge on the far side.
So we're waiting for the interpretation here.
Pass interference.
Pass interference against the offense. Usually you can have a check if you're under 5 yards, but
yeah, especially if you're tight end coming off the line of scrimmage. I mean,
you got to have a little contact there. We may see, are they going to wave this off, or they're discussing it. There may be a question of
what's the right thing to do.
Yeah. Referee may have saw something we didn't see. I don't know, so we'll leave it to them to make the determination. But this really slows the game down, and it makes it difficult to keep a rhythm if you're on the offense especially.
And if you're an official, you want to get it right. There's no instant replay or anything like that. So, again, the flag came in from the line judge on the far side of the field on Brownstown's side.
But it couldn't have been beyond the 5-yard window because the pass was caught at about 3 yards from the line of scrimmage. So we'll have to see.
Going to call it pass interference.
Penalty is offensive interference. It's a pass interference against the Dragons.
Side judge comes over and
15-yarder.
Brings up Dablo to speed on that. That's a huge penalty. And that's going to hurt Silver Creek.
Spotting the ball on the...
Looks to be about the
15-yard line.
So we'll see what they can do here. Landers takes the snap. Elijah Bays takes the handoff, heads to the left side. Tries to turn it upfield, but this time Brave defense sniffed that one out. They saw it coming, and we have an injured Dragon on the play. They may have to give him a look.
Jet sweep on the left-hand side.
So we have a player down, and while he's going to be attended to with timeout on the field, we will take a quick break and be back right after this. You're watching GLICOD.com coverage of Kentuckiana High School football. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
What brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance, no matter what time it is.
And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Just call or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Remember to contact Doug Fisher in Clarksville.
And we're back here. Injury timeout on the play. Silver Creek player down, and was there a flag and then they waved it off?
He's good about.
That's Jacob Graff injured on the play. Looks like he's favoring his left leg, and that may be all for him tonight. Senior.
Well, if we trust the scoreboard, that would be a 5-yard gain that time by Bays on the jet sweep. Puts the ball at the 20-yard line.
If we trust the scoreboard. It's going to be first and about 18 from where the ball is at right now on the field. That's the only thing I can tell you for sure.
That's why I thought it was only like 2 yards.
Yeah, he didn't quite get as many as we thought, so.
Actually got 1 yard.
I think he's got the ball set at the 19-yard line, so.
Okay, that's 1.
Either way, it's second down. This much we know. We're trying to figure this stuff out.
Long ways away, and again, the field's not well marked, and the numbers aren't real easy to read for Silver Creek.
2nd and 18 is what I'm going to call it. We'll wait for the snap. Lander's going to look for a receiver and throws it into the arms of the defender, and that's intercepted by Seth Borden. Landers just threw that up for grabs, and just not the best pass. Dylan Witt goes down there and becomes a defender, but not before it was intercepted. And those are the kind of mistakes that you just can't recover from against a good Brownstown team. It's very tough to recover from, I'll say it that way.
I'll tell you what, the defender that time, who was at number 3, Borden, he went up nicely and caught the ball at the peak. It was more thrown to him than it was the offensive receiver. Nice job on the defense.
1st and 10, Brownstown. Bollinger on the carry, right side, a lot of room. Heads to the sideline and finally pushed out of bounds, but a huge gain on 1st down, and that's the kind that just breaks your heart if you're a Silver Creek fan. Let's update some folks on some scores. Give you a scoreboard update brought to you by the Locker Room. And Milan at Providence just underway, 7:30 start. Columbus East 7, Jeffersonville 3 at the end of 1. New Albany and Seymour tied at 0-0 at the end of 1. Charlestown leads Salem 14-0. Scoreboard update brought to you by the Locker Room in Jeffersonville. Bollinger on the carry again. He's elusive. He's running wild in the secondary, and he picks up another big 1st down.
Again, the deception of that single wing in the backfield is opening huge holes on the sweeps. They put the ball on the 6, 21-yard gain. That was Bollinger again, as I remember.
It was Bollinger again, and it's inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Silver Creek defense going to have to reach down deep, see if they can come up with a stop here. You do not want to get down by 2 scores. Kinsler fakes the handoff. It's a short snap, though. Straight ahead. That time, I believe it was Matthew Bell on the carry. And it is. And a flag on the play, so we'll see what the call is.
Brought down by number 66, Dylan Mize.
And a penalty against Brownstown. A holding penalty will bring the ball back. 1st and goal from the 12. I assume that was a holding penalty. But
I think it's a signal I saw.
Kinsler waits for the snap. Man in motion. Gets the ball. And it's a race to the corner and to the touchdown. End zone. Derek Thompson goes 12 yards for the touchdown. Brownstown strikes again.
Number 6, Thompson, he takes the handoff, picks up the left-hand side, takes it in for a Brownstown touchdown.
You want to be the best, you got to beat the best. Silver Creek now down in the well. They're looking up at Brownstown. They've got to figure out how to crawl out of this thing. Savakis in for the extra point. Snap and holder there. A little pooch type kick this time, but it's through the uprights, and that's all that matters. It's good. And the score, 21-7, Brownstown, showing them how it's done.
That makes the score Brownstown.
That was just too easy compared to the way the first part of the first half has gone. But again, there's that Thompson again. He caught a ball for a touchdown, and he ran a ball for a touchdown. Same thing that happened against Charlestown in game 2 of the season?
Yeah, we saw them early.
Right.
On a beautiful night in Brownstown.
It was.
This is not a bad night, turned out so far. Kind of warm and sticky, feels like August instead of October.
It does indeed. There's some interesting clouds in the sky over there. I wonder if they're heading our way.
Well, let's just hope not. We've had our share of bad weather here at Silver Creek this year.
Yeah, no lightning, please.
We were here game 3 of the season when Silver Creek hosted Providence, and Providence got the better of them. You know what I noticed tonight when I got here was how well the field looked, and after that game I thought it would have been torn up, but it held up pretty well. Savakis to kick off again. 2-touchdown lead for the Braves. They win tonight. They win the conference, barring a disaster next week against Scottsburg. And there's the kick. It's going to hit and bounce, and they're going to pick it up. Messer, he's lucky he got out of there with his life. He picked it up and was almost hit immediately.
Got a couple yards out of it, though. Showed some grit.
He was hoping it would go out of bounds, and it didn't quite do that. It was stalling, and so therefore he had to pick it up and do something. And got to about the 20-yard line where they'll start at 1st and 10.
Once again, Silver Creek's got to answer if they're going to stay in this ball game. Brownstown, too big a chunks of yardage.
Landers flushed out of the pocket, and he runs into the referee, nowhere to go. Referee got in his way, and can't get a penalty for that, can you?
We talked about pressure on the quarterback.
And Landers, that was awkward. He kind of went down awkwardly because he was running into the referee and got hit at the same time.
So where are they marking the ball? Looks like 5-yard line.
It appears to be.
That's a loss of 15 yards.
They spotted inside, right about the 5. So Landers in a lot of trouble that time. But really, it was defensive pressure from the left side. Big man, is it Jalen?
2nd and 25.
T-Meyer, 67, who came flying in there, put the pressure on Landers. He just had nowhere to go. Fans are a little bit frustrated tonight. Landers looks for something downfield, bouncing around, throws it up, and oh boy, that's dangerous. And Messer goes up and makes a great defensive play as an offensive receiver to break that up.
Like the last time, that was almost a throw that was up for grabs.
You throw it up downfield against the likes of Derek Thompson, you may regret that.
I'm going to tell you something right now. You're not going to want to hear it. I smell rain. All of a sudden it kind of got cool because it's been really hot.
Yeah.
There's a cool breeze that's just blown in. I like it. I hope it doesn't rain.
I don't mind the smell. I don't want the wet stuff, though.
Right.
Short pass to the tight end. Picks up a little bit. Garen Bauer, the target, but they need a lot more than about 4 or 5 yards. It's going to be 4th and 20 from the 10-yard line, and Brownstown defense really made the difference on that drive.
Sure did. Well, when you sack somebody for 20 or 15 yards, that's not going to help you much.
Key is the front line play, and they're getting beat pretty badly up front on the passing plays. There's just really no pass blocking to speak of.
Plus, it must be pretty good coverage in the secondary as well, because again, Landers has had plenty of time, except for the one time, and caught a timeout on the field.
And they'll take a timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be back right after this on GLICOD.com. Stay with us. More football coming your way.
GLICOD.com is the premier online source for the most in-depth coverage of high school sports. From the best in play-by-play events to real-time score updates and a gallery of the area's top performers, GLICOD.com is a must-click for more on your favorite team. Browse and watch video, audio, live, and archived. That's GLICOD.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, too, at GLICOD.
Welcome back, Mike Beck, Paul Love here. Second quarter in a game that's giving them fits here at Silver Creek. Second quarter. Punt situation. Ben Landers kicks it away. Caleb Bollinger on the reception. Takes it at his 42-yard line, and good defensive coverage. They take him down at about the 41, and Bollinger looks like he may have gotten dinged up there. Slow to get up.
Yeah, he's right at he's getting up okay now. A little gimp, but right at the bench of Silver Creek.
Number 2 Bollinger takes the punt. Brought down the number 2 Lander.
So Brownstown ball on about the 41-yard line.
Short field for the Braves.
Certainly good field position.
And they don't need much. They've been getting some large chunks of yardage. 1st and 10. Kinsler shifts around the offense. Short snap to Huber. He goes to the left side. And they're on him pretty quickly, but he'll pick up 3 or 4 yards. That offensive line from Brownstown is getting a great surge.
Yeah, indeed. So spotting the ball on about the, 37?
4-yard gain, and all of that you can give to the offensive line, because Huber took the ball and ran up to his lineman before he got stopped.
Yeah, just pushed the pile.
2nd and 6.
Look for Bollinger on that sweep.
And you called it. Bollinger goes right side. Defense stops him, but can they get him?
Really good running by Bollinger. Just letting his blockers, pave the way for him. Not a big gain, but nevertheless, smart play by Bollinger.
And he'll get it out inside the 35 to about the 33.
4-yard gain.
It'll be 3rd and 2.
Bollinger got 53 yards in the second quarter alone.
Kinsler waits for the snap. Bollinger back to the right side again. And he's going to be close to the first down. We'll see where they spot it.
I don't think he got it, but I'll tell you what, they're in 4-down territory there.
And the way they've been moving the ball, they have nothing to lose here. Kinsler is their punter if they should choose to try to pin him back. They certainly can do that. Only gave him 1 yard, so 4th and a long one. Defense, if they can get a stop here, Paul, and get the ball back.
It'd be a good momentum, and especially if they can put points on the board. 6.5 minutes to go and a half.
Fan support trying to help out their players, and we get a timeout taken by Brownstown. They want to talk it over. They take a timeout.
That's Reed May for you. Experienced coach that he is. He wants to get this yard. He doesn't want to give the ball back for Silver Creek.
No, I don't blame him. So he'll take a quick break, and we'll stand by here. We'll stay with the action because we run out of timeouts to use here.
Well, again, we talked about Bollinger in the second quarter. He's carried the ball 4 times for 54 yards. Huber's carried it once for 4 yards, and then Derek Thompson, there he is again, 12-yard carry for the touchdown. Silver Creek, on the other hand, had their problems. That big 15-yard loss by Landers as the pressure got to him near the end zone, minus 15 yards. So they've only got like minus 9 yards in the second quarter. So they need to get something going.
Well, as they say, the Creekers, they're going to have to rise to the occasion here. Big
Creek is rising.
4th down play. Kinsler, the quarterback and punter. How convenient is that? They line up for an offensive play. Straight snap. Short snap and enough.
Surge got it
for the first down.
Who got the ball?
Not sure if it was Huber or Bell.
We're here with the officials. Huber. They're giving it to Huber.
He needed 1. He got about 1.5. Just enough. 1st and 10.
First down, Brave.
Ball at the 30-yard line.
They put the ball in the end zone here.
Kinsler, hands off. Good defensive play that time. That's one of the keys to breaking this offense up, is to get some penetration on the corners. Take away those sweeps.
45 that time on the tackle. Nice job, Peyton Myers.
Stuckwich on the carry, and no gain. 2nd and 10. Kinsler going to keep it, going to put it in the air. Has a receiver, and he just missed it.
Oh, it was wide open.
Great camera work by our intrepid camera person, Ashton Beck, up on the roof of the stadium here tonight. Doing a fine job. Some of her best work ever. 3rd and 10.
I think you're prejudiced.
I'm a little prejudiced, but I also recognize good camera work when I see it.
She does a great job.
And we're missing our intern tonight, Will Harper. He's on spring or fall break in California tonight, so he couldn't be here. But he said he'd miss us, and I believed him. Kinsler drops back to pass. 3rd and 10. Has a receiver and just a little high.
Not hitting. He was wide open.
Flag on the play. Holding against Brownstown.
Well, that'll be declined.
Do you take the 4th and 10, or do you take the penalty?
Penalty flag on the play.
I decline that one.
They want the down.
I'm not going to give him another chance.
Yeah, I was going to say, the way they've been picking up big chunks of yardage, I don't think you want to do that. Coach Dablow concurred. I'm sure he was waiting for our opinion. That's what he was waiting
listening in. Streaming live on GLICOD.com.
4th and 10. Brownstown, their quarterback is their punter. And another timeout going to be taken by Coach May.
I'll tell you what now, they have had receivers open. He just missed them, which is uncharacteristic, I think, of Hayden Kinsler. He's had a really good year, and those guys were wide open. He wasn't under pressure, just missed them. And they're going to talk that over. They got 10 yards to make. It's 4 down territory, no doubt. Clock at 5:48 and a half. See what the play call is.
Well, Brownstown, they've got some timeouts. They don't use that many.
You know, they've gotten huge yardage on jet sweeps and what have you. Bollinger in particular. It wouldn't surprise me that got like a draw play here rather than to try to throw it downfield.
You got a 2-touchdown lead. Question is, how far out in front would Coach May want to be before he felt safe? I'm going to say more than a 2-touchdown lead against Silver Creek. So
they score 1, and then you got 1 away.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's an interesting call here. We'll see what he does. Coach May has done this for a number of years and is very good at it. Kinsler is the quarterback.
Like you, he might quit kick here. I would put him in a deep hole if he did.
And they're going to throw it. Thompson runs it, pulls it down. And is he going to dive for the first down? We'll see where they spot it.
They're moving the chains. But which way are they moving them?
First down.
That was Thompson again?
Derek Thompson. took the ball. Looked like he was going to throw, froze the secondary, and then he pulled it down, took off running, and got just enough.
Just enough, 10 yards on the carry.
And there's the answer to the question. Would he go for it?
Told you they might run the ball.
Kinsler
run it well.
Hands off to Thompson again, this time up the middle.
Inside, trap, block.
Nice.
Oh, nice play. Really good call. Did you see the trap block there?
Beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, lineman coming there. Guard pulled out, opened that hole up. That was Thompson again, correct?
Thompson again.
15 yards.
First and goal, ball to the 5-yard line. Brownstown trying to deliver a knockout punch right here in the first half. Up by 2 touchdowns. Kinsler doing a fine job running the offense tonight. Just a couple of miscues in the passing game.
Short snap again.
Straight ahead.
Number 40, Huber takes the ball.
Huber on the carry.
Gain of 2 on the play.
Picks up a couple. It'll be second down and goal from the 3.
They're going to use clock here as well. You know that. Clock ticking down, 4.5 minutes left in the half.
Man in motion takes the pitch.
Oh, he's got a lot of room.
Stuckwich will go into the end zone for a touchdown from 3 yards out. And Brownstown hits again.
Number 9, Stuckwich takes the ball to the left-hand side.
There's a reason they're the most feared team in the Mid-Southern Conference, because they can come into a facility like this, make a road trip. It's always harder to win on the road, and dominate.
On senior night.
Savakis in to kick.
He's been deadly throughout the year.
Bad snap.
Yeah, pull it up.
Trouble, and that extra point not going to be there. So low snap causes a problem, and the extra point, no good. About the only thing that hasn't gone right tonight for Brownstown is that extra point attempt. So
does that go against him as the kick not good? Because he had a really good average going.
Yeah, I never got to kick it, so I don't know if it counts as a missed kick.
Well, he was 38 of 43, which is pretty darn good, along with 2 for 2 from the field goal. So
I would say you probably have to put that against him, even though it really wasn't the kicker's fault.
Statistic things, right?
Yeah. Put that on the center because the snap didn't get there. But
all right, Silver Creek got 4:18 left. Can you do something here? Get something going.
I think that, and I'm sure that Coach Dablo's got his own opinion, but I would suggest trying not to go for the knockout punch. Landers throwing 30-yard passes. Probably be better off throwing 7 to 10-yard passes and just moving it down in chunks. A little higher accuracy on the shorter passes, and you get it out of your hands quicker.
Landers, I've got him at, let's see, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 of 8 passing, which is about a little over 50% as his average, but they're going to need more than that if they're going to have a chance here tonight.
Well, an interception and a couple more that were almost interceptions.
Correct.
He's been living dangerously. Savakis to kick. This one high, end over end.
Good boot.
Going to be taken by Bays at the 8-yard line, straight ahead, and bounces off one tackler before he's corralled and taken down. Nice stop that time by Matthew Bell. He goes both ways.
Elijah Bays takes the kickoff. Brought down
Also by Robbie Brenneman. So 1st and 10, Silver Creek.
Ball on the 21-yard line.
Silver Creek will start on their own 21-yard line.
They've not had what we would call great field position most of this game.
Yeah, it's been a bad second quarter for them, for sure. Brownstown dominating the clock and the scoreboard.
Motion man. Landers going to stand in there and throw it. Gets it to his tight end. There's a short pass. Picks up about 4 yards. Second down and 6.
Bauer on the catch.
I keep knocking on that door as long as it opens.
Gain of 4 on the play, second down.
Yeah, but he's going to have to get better yards than that with just under 4 minutes in the quarter.
That's true. But I go dink, 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 dunk. That's my thinking.
And get out of bounds. You've seen the pros do it in under a minute, haven't you?
Yeah. They're a little bit more efficient timing-wise.
A little bit different. Yeah.
Landers back in the shotgun. He's going to put it in the air again. Another short pass, this time through the hands of Elijah Bays, incomplete.
Brownstown in a prevent defense for sure.
They're expecting the pass, and Silver Creek obliging. 3.5 to go in the second quarter. 27-7 the score. Brownstown about half of their average. A little over half their average so far.
Looks like Brownstown, no stunts. They've got a 4-man line, rushing passer.
You know what else I've noticed about Brownstown? Their fans travel well.
They do.
Landers in trouble, puts it up, and it's intercepted. Thompson again.
Wow.
Derek Thompson. I think he's heard about our most outstanding player of the game and was upset that he didn't get it a few weeks ago.
Wow.
Because
this Thompson guy, he's something else now. That was Derek Thompson, right? Number 6.
Derek Thompson, number 6 on the interception. 1st and 10, Brownstown ball. 3 minutes, 28 seconds to go. And Kinsler brings the offense out once again. Coach May won't let off the gas until they're into the 40s, I guarantee you.
Well, they've averaged, like you said, right at 48.
Sweep, left side.
Out of bounds.
And that is Thompson again.
Number 6 Thompson takes the ball to the left-hand side.
Not a lot of yards on that play. Picked up about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, they'd like to put some more points. That would really pretty much seal it, I'd think, wouldn't you?
It would be tough. 20-point lead here. Motion man. Bollinger, but it went straight ahead this time.
They throw it to that up back. Oh, there's a flag coming in.
And a late flag. See if it's a late hit.
Number 40, Huber up the middle. Penalty flags on the play.
Huber was the ball carrier. Now the back judge comes up to explain why he was so adamant with the flag. He saw something he didn't like.
He's in the backfield. I don't understand.
And they wave it off.
They're waving it off. So a 2-yard gain by Huber. Ball on the 20-yard line.
Oh, no, they... 3rd and 3.
And once again, 4-down territory easily.
Kinsler waits for the snap. Man in motion is Bollinger, but Kinsler calls his own number, goes straight ahead. And he'll have the first down about the 10-yard line.
Number 7, Kinsler takes the ball to Bill. Brought down by number
Kinsler tackled awkwardly, but he gets up. Doesn't look like he's any worse for wear. Walks over, gets a play from Coach May.
Getting about 8 yards on that gain. Ball spotted on the 10-yard line.
And 1st and 10. They theoretically could get a first down, but probably not. Kinsler passes to Thompson. Touchdown.
Who's that? Thompson, did you say?
Thompson.
Number 6 Thompson, who takes it in for a Brownstown.
Yeah, something else.
33-7. Brownstown not having any talk about a co-championship this year. They won it outright. Savakis in for the extra point. Low snap again. Savakis gets underneath it. And it's short.
One after is no good.
So they missed 2 in a row now.
Your score, Brownstown 33.
33-7 with 2:22 to go in the first half. And Silver Creek sidelines quiet.
Sorry. Yeah, I tell you, this Thompson guy, I can't keep the stats going on him. He's something else. 3 touchdowns. I think I found my player of the game. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, we'll see. We just got to have to go. Dragons frustrated on the sideline, and they're frustrated in the stands. They got to think, what do we have to do to shut these guys down? Well,
Brownstown is just so good at this level. They really are in this Mid-Southern Conference. If it weren't for Charlestown, you're here and there, but they have just dominated. It's kind of like a Columbus East and the Hoosier Hills type.
Very similar. Dragons go out to set up for the return. Savakis to kick off from the 40. 2:22 to go in the half. Scores coming in. We'll update you on some other games. Jeffersonville, New Albany, Floyd Central, Charlestown. We have scores in all of them. Low kick. Bounces, skips a few times, taken by Messer inside the 5. Across the 15 to the 20, where he's introduced to the red and black. Tackle that time by Lucas Hines of the Braves.
I hate to see him run up there and just stop.
Yeah, that's
you're going to get hammered if you do.
That is a collision.
All on the 22-yard line. All right, Silver Creek. What you got here?
That's where they'll spot it. 1st and 10 from the 22. Their average starting position is right around the 20 tonight. And again, we got to be careful with the ball and make sure you hit the open man.
Don't want another interception. Might not matter at this stage.
Landers at least appears that he's going to pass, but no. Handoff Elijah Bays. Almost broke it. Nice run. It's going to be close to a first down. He turned it up a little earlier than trying to stretch it. That time it worked for him. It'll give him about 9 yards. 2nd and a long 1.
Green. Gain of 8 on the play. 2nd down.
Landers brings the team up to the line. Motion man. Straight ahead is the handoff, and it's not there.
No gain.
Penetration on the defensive front 4 for Brownstown. Just takes that dive play away. No gain.
Number 55, Green. No gain on the play. 3rd down.
I think that's Ben Landers. No gain.
Big 3rd down play here. Minute and 10 seconds and counting in the first half. Silver Creek would love to get another touchdown here. Bays takes the handoff.
Got some room.
Found a seam, made it upfield. About to the 40-yard line. The 1st and 10. Clock stops with the move of the chains. They'll have to hustle it up.
Set up a Silver Creek.
First sign of offense in the 2nd quarter for Silver Creek. Up to that point, they were in minus yardage. Got it moving now. 50 seconds to go.
Fakes the handoff to Landers. Now he throws it to Landers. Landers to Landers on the connection. And he'll pick up about 5, maybe 6 yards.
Quick screen pass to number 2, Landers.
Timeout taken by Silver Creek.
Timeout, Silver Creek.
Well, they take a break. We'll take a quick break as well. Stand by. We'll be back right after this. You're watching GLICOD.com coverage of Kentuckiana High School football.
What brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance, no matter what time it is.
And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Just call or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Remember to contact Doug Fisher in Clarksville.
Welcome back here. Timeout taken by Silver Creek. Trying to preserve some time here as they try to punch it in. before halftime. They trail 33-7. One time it was a tie ball game, but it's been all Brownstown since that early first quarter touchdown from Silver Creek. Landers back in the pistol. He's going to throw it. No, he's not. He goes down. Ball comes out, but he was down before the ball came loose.
Another big loss on the play.
And just nowhere to go with it. He's running for his life as he goes back. And that's going to be the last play of the half, I believe.
Third down.
They're going to have to hustle if they want to get it off here. For illegal procedure, 5-yard penalty.
False start, Silver Creek.
And with that, they'll move the ball back another 5 yards, and it's 3rd and long. Makes it hard on you to try to do all this ciphering over there.
I got him there. I got him.
And they get the snap off, but another flag in the hands of Bays. Tries to reverse field. He's trying to make something happen here. Needs some help for the blockers. This is where you get trouble from the blocking side of things. He finally goes down at the 45-yard line. Nice effort by Elijah Bays.
Was that a pass play? I was looking down.
It was a it was a pass. And the play didn't happen because it was a motion penalty. So
it didn't count?
It did not count.
Okay, I'll wipe it off there. Sorry.
And with that, it's halftime. We'll take a break and be back right after this. You're watching GLICOD.com coverage of Kentuckiana High School football. Stand by. We'll be right back.
Hello, this is Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. I'd like to ask for your vote for re-election on Tuesday, November the 6th. And also, this ad was paid for and approved by Jamie Knoll for Sheriff.
When it comes to basketball, the Kentucky Wildcats are legendary. And when it comes to steaks, so is Pat's Steakhouse. Pat's opened in 1958, the same year the Fiddlin' Five won the national title. To make a reservation, call 502-893-2062 and check out PatSteakhouseLouisville.com. And when the weather's nice, make sure to ask about sitting out on the patio at Pat's. Pat's Steakhouse. They're not the best because they're the oldest. They're the oldest because they're the best.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Find out about online banking and other services by visiting Centra.org.
It's halftime here on senior night. But the only people celebrating wearing the red and black on the visitor side of the field, as Brownstown has really come to demonstrate that they are still the kings of the Mid-Southern Conference tonight. They lead at half 33-7. And what a performance by those Braves as the game opened up. Brownstown stopped Silver Creek on their first drive, took the ball, scored. Silver Creek found a way to answer. Then ever since then, it's been all Brownstown. But you've got some stats you want to give, share with us what you got.
Well, again, bad second quarter for the Dragons. We'll start with them. Landers had 8 carries in the first half because of those big sacks, minus 2 yards total. Looks like Messer only carried the ball 1 time, got a yard. Landers 3 carries and minus 5 yards. Elijah Bays only light in the tunnel there, had 5 carries and 38 yards. So far the half, we've got the Dragons, I'm going to make this correct, that'd be 18 carries and 36 yards on the ground. The passing, 13 attempts, 6 completions in the half. Elijah Bays caught a 35-yard touchdown pass along with his 16-yard catch. Bauer had 2 catches for 9 yards. Ben Landers 1 for 3, and Jacob Graff had 1 for 8. 6 catches, 71 yards for the half. Total offense, 22 plays from line of scrimmage, 102 yards on the first half. Brownstown a little bit different here. They had pretty much dominated the play. Have them at 23 carries on the ground, 168 yards in that first half. Led by, again, as you'd expect, a variety of people. Bollinger, 5 carries, 66 yards. Huber, 7 carries, 37 yards. Thompson, I think, with a big gun there, 6 carries on the ground, 56 yards. Total of 21 plays from line of scrimmage, 165 yards. And then very quickly, passing, not as much passing as maybe in the past, didn't have to. They had 4 catches out of 7 attempts. The big plays there, Derek Thompson, 2 touchdowns, 1 of 50 and 1 of 10 yards, total 2 catches, 60 yards. And Bollinger had 2 catches for 43 yards along with the touchdown. Total offense, Brownstown, 27 carries. 27 yards per scrimmage. Excuse me, I'm going to cough.
He's going to cough. Well, while he does that, I'll fill in here for a second. There you go.
More, 271 yards.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and take another break, allow you to get caught back up here, and stand by, folks. More coverage coming right after this on GLICOD.com.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
What brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance, no matter what time it is.
And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Just call or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Remember to contact Theresa Lamb in New Albany.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah! 1 second.
I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up. Shut up, Jeff.
I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Hello, this is Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. I'd like to ask for your vote for re-election on Tuesday, November the 6th. And also, this ad was paid for and approved by Jamie Knoll for Sheriff.
And we're back here at halftime. Mike Beck, Paul Love, and halftime score. Well, it's not a pretty one if you're a Silver Creek Dragon fan. 33-7. Brownstown putting on a clinic of dominance both on the ground and in the air. Defensively, they have really shut down the offense of the Dragons, and they've really controlled the line of scrimmage as well. That offensive front 5 and the defensive front 4 for Brownstown, both having great nights.
They really have. Again, you look for total offense in the first half. Silver Creek just 102 yards total offense compared to Brownstown 271, so it shows the dominance there. Outstanding play from Derek Thompson for Brownstown, the Braves. Total of two touchdowns in the air, one on the ground, and a bunch of yards on offense.
Well, let's go ahead and get a scoreboard update. Scoreboard update brought to you tonight by State Farm agent Teresa Lamb in New Albany. For great, friendly service from someone you can count on, call Teresa at 812-945-8088. And taking a look at the scoreboard right now, update from Providence in the second quarter, 5:52 to go in that game. And the first half, Providence leads Milan, 21-7. At the half, Columbus East has pulled away from Jeffersonville 28-3. New Albany leads Seymour 14-7 at the half. That's a close one. Seymour really putting together a pretty decent team this year. Charlestown on top of Salem. They're shutting them out at the half, 24-0. And Floyd Central pitching a shutout at Jennings County tonight, also at 24-7. Right here, the score at halftime, 33-7. And got to be a frustrating night if you're a fan of the Dragons. You come out on senior night. The kids really look forward to this. And just not going the way it was scripted, I don't believe.
No, and again, I'm not going to say it was expected, but it's not surprising, I don't believe. Brownstown is just that good in this conference, and they just dominated the line of scrimmage as well as the air and ground. They've just done a great job.
They've controlled both sides of the ball and really demonstrated why they're the class of the conference. Charlestown's had some good seasons, but this year it looks as if it's going to be the Brownstown Braves, the Mid-Southern Conference champion. But still a half a football awaits, so anything can happen. We do know that. But we'll take a break and come back with some halftime adjustments. We may have to dig deep in the magic hat to find something that will work here. But stand by. We'll figure that out right after this break. You're watching halftime coverage on GLICOD.com.
Doug and Maureen hope to travel the world as missionaries in some of the most remote nations. We honor them for their work. Thanks, guys.
Bill and Frank have served the country with honor during the Vietnam War. Bill has 2 Purple Hearts. Thank you both for your service.
We're truly honored to serve a generation that's really made a difference. For more information about American senior communities, please visit us at asccare.com.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com.
What brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance, no matter what time it is.
And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Just call or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Remember to contact Teresa Lamb in New Albany.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
Back to the halftime coverage. Mike Beck, Paul Love here at Silver Creek High School, Sellersburg, Indiana, on a nice fall night that feels like a summer night. Still wearing shorts and short sleeves and kind of sticky here in the booth, but we'll take the warmth while we can. This beats 32 degrees and freezing, I'll tell you that.
Sure does, indeed.
But halftime, a time of adjustments. I'm sure Coach May's talking to his team in the end zone. They're down there in the north end zone, and I don't know what you adjust if you're Brownstown. Keep on keeping on.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I can make some adjustments. Just really trying to get all those numbers in the first half. A couple corrections here. Silver Creek 19 carries on the ground, 37 yards. That gives them a total of the half for 108 yards. I think I reported maybe 105 before. No big deal there. And likewise, Brownstown, if anybody's listening and keeping track of the stats, 25 carries on the ground, 171 yards, and 274 total yardage for the first half. But like you said, no, Brownstown, why would they want to change anything? I mean, they have gone away from the pass, I will say that. They've only thrown the ball 7 times in the whole first half because they didn't have to.
Yeah.
And with the runs, with Bollinger getting those big chunks of yardage that he got him for, what did I have here? In the second quarter alone, 4 carries, 54 yards just in the second quarter. So, and likewise, complemented by Derek Thompson. I keep going back to him. He had 4 carries and 40 yards himself. So, those two guys. If you're Silver Creek, you go into the locker room and you can't say you need to stop this guy or that guy because there's too many guys to do that with. What they need to do is control the line of scrimmage, and that's where I think the Brownstown team has had the big advantage here this evening. Just too much pressure in that second quarter on the quarterback for Silver Creek, Josh Landers. Those 2 big sacks that they got there really wiped out the second quarter for them. And time on the clock, we don't keep that, but really the minutes favor Brownstown in that whole first half, especially the second quarter.
And some of those passing plays were really glorified run plays. They were shovel passes, but
good point.
They went for long yards because they worked so well.
Yeah, the pass only traveled about 2 yards.
Yeah,
but the yardage gain was big. Yeah, good point.
As the clock runs down on halftime, your Silver Creek, anything specifically? I mean, you can't really key on one person. That's obvious. But is there a defensive strategy? You think they've worked on this all week. I mean, they prepared for Brownstown probably for more than a week,
right?
Knowing what they're going to see, and even when they see it, they can't stop it. And that's the frustrating part. And the fans are here, and I know that I can hear some of the frustration from the fans through the window, and they're saying, why can't you make that stop? Why are you not following the ball? And you just don't understand how quickly it happens.
Right.
And as a high school kid, you don't want to be the one to miss something, and in that indecision time, the ball goes past you.
Well, they had plenty of time to get ready. I mean, this was a vacation time, a fall break, so school was not in session. I'm sure they watched a lot of film, had a lot of skull sessions, as we used to call them. But, I don't know what you do. I don't know what you say to be able to stop. Once again, I think it goes down. I think Coach Dablo is going to challenge the integrity of the line to try to, stop the runs and get pressure on the quarterback and give some time to their quarterback, who just really has been running for his life there, especially in the second quarter, Josh Landers.
All right, well, while we wait for the team, they gave them some extra time here at halftime, as they often do, or almost always do these days, and have 3 minutes for the teams to warm up and get loose. I'll give you a little hint where we're going to be next week. GLICOD.com coverage hits back to Providence. We opened the season there with the Pioneers. We'll close the regular season in Indiana there as the Linton-Stockton Miners come to town. We made that trip last year to Linton, Indiana, to see the Pioneers go to the Miners, and they came away from that experience with a loss. They'd like to turn it around this year, and Providence may be the best team in southern Indiana. Considering Brownstown's what we consider a little bit out of our normal broadcast area, Providence and the 8 region or local teams having maybe the best season of everybody, and quietly the pick to win their sectional and maybe go deep this year.
Good point. Good point. One stat that I didn't give in that first half, really not a meaningful stat, but pretty penalty-free first half. I had the Silver Creek Dragons with 4 penalties, a total of 38 yards, and 25 yards on 3 penalties for the Braves. So a fairly well-played game as far as penalties are concerned.
Silver Creek received the opening kickoff, so they're going to have to boot it away. And
Brownstown get it, yep. One thing Coach May might want to go home and say, by golly, we got to get better at extra points.
We've missed 2.
We missed 2 extra points. So, and that's not very typical because that kid has been kicking them 38 of 43, as we said before. That's a pretty good percentage.
The high 80s, yeah.
Tonight he's only 5 touchdowns. He's 3 for 5 tonight.
Yeah. Terrible. Just 800%, 80%.
Yeah, no kidding.
So team's back to the sidelines, and the clock runs down to 0. We'll get the kickoff from the Dragons and get the third quarter underway here in just seconds.
Again, it's turned out to be somewhat of a muggy night tonight.
While we have just a moment here, I will check the radar and get an updated look at the rain situation. And we're here, that blue dot. It's been around us, but looks like we're going to be clear from here on out. So that's good news, considering that our last experience here felt like I was a duck.
I was going to say, as long as it doesn't start lightning in about a half an hour.
Yeah, that's don't even say that.
Lightning, as you know, causes a game to automatically stop and everybody leave the field, and we don't want that to happen.
The players, the fans can stay all they want.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
All right, third quarter about to get underway here. Silver Creek kicks it up and deep, taken by Bollinger at the 17-yard line. Straight ahead, across the 40-yard line, and they'll take it to the 42. First and 10, Brownstown.
Number 2, Bollinger takes the ball.
And looks like they picked up right where they left off. Nice run back on that kick.
Notice he didn't run to the line and stop. He just full steam ahead, got a nice gain out of it, got the ball in good field position. So we'll see if there's any changes that they talked about halftime, so they can stop this Brownstown offense.
First and 10, Braves with the ball.
Oh, my.
And
there's that trap inside again,
Bollinger, great run, 10-yard gain. It'll be another first down for Brownstown. So move the chains across midfield. And Bollinger is down. I'm not sure what happened with that, so he's going to go down. While he's on the ground being attended to, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back right after this.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Back here, the action. Bollinger down on the field, but he gets up and able to walk off under his own power, and we're glad to see that.
Not limping any, so it looks like it might have just got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah.
Hit the line hard. Nice hard tackle.
You get that ball that comes, if you're carrying it and you get hit, it pushes into what they call the solar plexus, knocks all the wind out of your lungs, and you think you're going to die because you cannot breathe. I've had that happen.
Don't say that.
But it comes back, and it's just
well, we'll see if he gets back in the game.
First and 10, ball at the 48-yard line. Brownstown, a lot of motion. Kinsler going to drop back and put it in the air. Got a flag down. There's a hold in the backfield. Kinsler going to carry it and try to get out of bounds. He will. Nice run, but this one's going to come back, hold well in the backfield, and this is going to hurt. And that's one of the rare penalties on Brownstown that really puts them in a bad spot, because that's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. And that flag was thrown at about the 44-yard line.
Wipe out the gain and tack on 10.
So they'll march it off. Takes the ball back to the 34-yard line. Now they'll spot at the 35. Okay. First and 27. What kind of play do you have in your playbook for first and 27? Well, Kinsler up the middle.
Right up the middle, Kinsler. Out to the 45.
Got about 10. Second and 17. Just
all you got to do.
That's how you do it.
Number 7, Kinsler up the
Kinsler on the carry.
Brought down by number 5, Witt.
you've got any of 6, maybe even 7 kids in the backfield that can carry the ball, and they shuffle them in and out. They're constantly moving players around. You never know where they're going to line up. Somebody's always in motion. And this time,
nice tackle in the backfield that time.
Great penetration.
That Stuckwich got thrown for a loss.
Number 9, Stuckwich. Tripped up in the backfield by number 30, Goodlet.
Dylan Goodlet on the penetration, and they'll push him back about 3 yards. That'll be 3rd and 20.
Might have to pass the ball here.
Maybe a passing situation.
Well, they're not in 4-down territory this time anyway. Good thing for Silver Creek.
And one man split out, handoff on the trap.
Counter.
Stuckwich again. He'll pick up a few, but it's going to be 4th and long. They'll spot it at the 49-yard line. Nope, at the 50, right at midfield. 4th and 12.
It'll bring up 4th down.
If I'm a punt return guy, I'm going to get back because Kinsler is the quarterback and the punter, but you got to be ready for the play.
This is first punt, and it is. You're right. Oh, he does nice razzle-dazzle.
Kicks it. It's going to go dead around the 10-yard line. So great play. Even on special teams, they have to prepare for an offensive play because they did run a 4th and long and picked it up.
Yeah, they're not in the 4-down territory then, of course, but nice play by Kinsler. I mean, he just wheeled around as if running a play and gets the quick kickoff. Ball down to the 9-yard line for Silver Creek. Not a very good start for them.
1st and 10. Dragon ball, first time this half.
And that was the first punt for Brownstown in the game.
Well, we chewed up about 2.5 minutes on that possession.
So there were some changes probably though in the Silver Creek lineup, you'd have to say. Of course, the penalty didn't help them any.
Jet sweep to the right side. Elijah Bays nowhere to go. Well, he's going to have a face mask penalty as the Brownstown player's hands came up around the helmet. So that's going to help him out a little bit. But if anything, he lost yards on that carry. So they'll take the penalty yards. Five-yard version of the face mask penalty. And the net result of the play is a 1st and 7.
So ball spotted. Are they saying the 9-yard line?
Now they've got it out to the about the 12.
12, okay.
Motion. Messer takes the handoff. Cuts up on the left side and just not much there. Picks up some positive yards, but it's going to be a 3rd down, or 2nd down play rather. Sorry, 2nd and about 4.
Brought down by number 6, Thompson.
Saying no gain. Game 2 for Messer.
Yep, 2nd and 4.
That's only his 2nd carry in the game. We're surprised by that.
He's over 400 for the season, but not by much. Came in at 398, I believe, as their leading rusher. Lander is going to put it in the air, and he's in trouble again. And this time throws it to the sideline.
Nobody
for an intentional grounding.
Penalty flag on the play.
He's going to say he was out of the pocket and got it to the line of scrimmage and thought that was not going to be a loss of down.
That's the pro rule.
Yeah, he was a little frustrated. Sometimes as a kid, you watch pros so much, you forget that your rules are a little bit different than the way the pros play.
Okay, so from the 15, we're going to put it on the 7.
And a loss of down.
Right.
Should have been 3rd. Does that mean it's 4th down? The result of the play was an incomplete pass.
There's a 3rd marker on it.
Ball all the way back to the 2-yard line. And again, a little confusion out there. They say it's 3rd and 17, 18 from the 2. Landers passing from his own end zone, throws it downfield.
That was a good pass. It was not caught.
Good defense by Derek Thompson. Bayes the intended target, but Thompson broke it up.
A little bit behind him, but nice defensive play. Ball that could have been caught. Nicely thrown ball, just a little behind. So bad situation here. 4th and 16 from their own 2. What do? You punt with your heels on the back of the end zone is what you're going to do.
Ben Landers, the sophomore punter. Snap is good. Runs to his right, puts it up in the air. Thompson calls for fair catch, so he can't advance it. He probably wishes he hadn't done that.
He's glad he caught it because that ball would have rolled a long way.
Not a bad kick for Thompson at the back of his end zone.
48-yard line maybe.
They're going to spot that at the 43.
43,
Yeah.
So, okay.
We get them a can of white spray paint, see if they can get these lines just a little bit brighter.
Yeah, that's right. We can tell the 50-yard line. It's got the blue and red around the white.
Yeah, you can see it on the screen better than we can actually see it here at the field.
A little better angle.
1st and 10, Brownstown. First offense still on the field. No score since halftime. Handoff to Thompson. Tries the right side. No gain. Stays in bounds. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Thompson at the right-hand side. Tripped up by number 2, Landers.
That's surprising. He's got 3 touchdowns in the game. Stopped him. No gain.
2nd down and 10. Kinsler sets his offense. Motion man is Thompson. Fakes the handoff. Kinsler going to keep it himself. Runs right into the wall of Dragons, including Dylan Goodlett and others who get the stop.
Quarterback Kinsler up the middle.
But he picked up
4 yards.
Gain of 5 on the play.
Called 5. Ball on the 38.
They put it down on the 38, so it'll be 3rd and 5. Just kind of a quiet night here, not too much noise from the crowd, and it's a big crowd. Kinsler fakes the handoff, going to put it in the air, being chased, and throws it out of bounds in the direction of Thompson, but not a catchable ball, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pass is incomplete.
4th and 5. Do you go for it here on the 38-yard line, or the 43-yard line? Do you kick it away? I'm sorry, it is a 38-yard line. So
they're going to run it.
Looks like it.
But like you said, the quarterback is the punter, so they could sure put him back in that hole again.
Makes it hard to have a punt return against a team like this. He kicks it away.
Turns and
pooches it out of bounds.
Not a very good kick.
Not that time. 1st and 10. Dragons will take over deep in their own territory.
Well, the good news for Silver Creek is the last 2 possessions, or the first 2 in the second half, Brownstown's been forced to punt the football.
First 2 punts of the night.
It was, and that tells me that they made some kind of adjustments in the locker room at halftime. Problem is they're 26 points behind, and clock's moving down at 6:53 in the 3rd quarter.
So roughly a quarter and a half of football left. They're going to have to get some points in a hurry. They can't just trade field position here. 1st and 10, ball at the 16-yard line.
Playing a little bit for respect now, I think.
Double handoff. And the last man is the one that makes the stop. Messer on the carry, and he had a big gain.
That'll set up the Silver Creek.
Out to the 35-yard line. So
19-yard carry. So.
Big one on the ground for Silver Creek, but double handoff. They're having to come up with some trickery here to try to get some lanes open.
A little misdirection.
They put a pass up. Great pass out in the flat to Messer. Makes the first man miss. Spins out of another tackle. He's going to run down the sideline and get knocked out of bounds at about 30-yard line. That's the kind of pass play I thought they should have been throwing a lot earlier.
Again, is that Messer?
Messer, yeah.
35-yard pass play.
Big hit down to the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Best looking drive since that first drive of the first half until that wheels came off of it. Landers starts a man in motion. It is Bays. Takes the handoff. Bays going to cut it up quick. Try to find some blocking, but just not much there. Found a pile of gray bodies. And it'll be 2nd down. Positive yardage, but
how about 3 yards?
2nd and 7.
Gain of 4 on the play. 2nd down.
Dragons have to figure out how to solve this defense. Landers keeps it himself, calls his own number, drives straight ahead, and he'll pick up about 3 or 4 more. We'll see where they put it down at. 3rd and about 4. So give him 3 more.
Landers with the quarterback keeper.
Taking a lot of time off the clock here, as far back as they are. But you know something, they're gaining some respect. They've obviously made some adjustments at halftime and moving the ball pretty well here in this 3rd quarter.
Motion man is Bays. Landers going to put it in the air. Throws it well behind a receiver. And that ball was uncatchable. But was uncatchable by the defense as well. Threw it behind his receiver as they're taught.
Yeah, here we got a 4th down. And
4th and 4.
4.5, yeah.
So
got to go for it.
Messer comes off the field. Look who's back in the game. Jacob Graff went out in the 1st quarter with an injury. Hadn't seen or called his name the rest of the night. Landers going to keep it himself. Looks like he got enough for the 1st down, but we have a flag on the side of the field. And now this one's probably coming back.
Landers up the middle, penalty flag on the play.
Procedure.
False start against the Dragons.
That hurts.
Yeah, when you got something going, you just don't want the penalty to stop you.
I'm not sure how the referee was marking that off.
Of course, Daffalo down there talking to him a little bit.
Like, is that 4th now and 8?
Eddie Jackson, one of the assistant coaches, I know him. He's not very happy about the referee's call.
So timeout taken by Silver Creek. They want to talk it over. They'll take a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout as well. You're watching GLICOD coverage of Kentuckiana High School football. Stand by. We'll be right back right after this.
Head on over to the KFC area, get yourself some chicken. I believe there's
W.M. Kelly Company, complete metal manufacturing located in New Albany. They are always looking for experienced welders and machine operators. If you're interested in becoming part of their team, contact W.M. Kelly's Human Resources Office at 812-945-3529 or send an email to info@wmkelly.com. W.M. Kelly. Designing, building, innovating.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
The W.M.
Welcome back here. That was close. Our breaks don't always time out with the referees. A little trickery there. Elijah Bay is going to put it downfield into the hands of Landers. 1st down. Nice pass by Bays. And hits the quarterback Landers for a big pitch and catch.
Great trickery play.
1st and goal.
Change and set up another Silver Creek.
And the ball is on the appears to be the 7-yard line. So first and goal from the 7.
19-yard gain. And that's what Silver Creek needs. They need to put points on the board here.
Nice effort trying to get to the goal line. Not quite there.
Elijah Bayes, jet sweep, left-hand side.
Bayes on the carry. Picks up a few more yards.
They must put it on the 1-yard line.
I'm not sure where. He's on the 3-yard line. Landers keeps it, goes straight ahead, trying to push his way into the end zone. He's going to get closer, but not quite there. And that'll bring up 3rd down and goal from about the 2, maybe the 1. We'll see where they put it down.
Landers taking the ball at the middle. Stopped by number 67, Jalen Timeyer.
About 1.5 yards, really, from the goal line. Silver Creek really could get if they get you one good push up front. Try to punch this in. We'll find out if they can do it.
He's under center.
Don't see that often.
No, you don't. Quarterback sneak, maybe? No.
And another flag.
Going to go back 5 yards. Procedure, you know that.
That's going to come back.
Procedure. Boy, that hurts.
False start against the Dragons.
I didn't see it, truthfully.
Nor did I.
But the referee tossed it, so it's a 5-yard penalty.
And instead of 3rd and 2, it's going to be 3rd and 7 for a touchdown.
One of the things Silver Creek has to do a little bit better job of is to get to their spot and get set. They have been a little lax in getting down in their set position, and I think that's what the referee was getting on them for.
This makes it a lot harder. You got 2 plays to get 7 yards in the red zone on the goal line.
Landers in the shotgun. Low snap, has to pick it up off the ground. Tosses it in the direction of Bayes, makes the catch. One-handed grab. And Bayes fighting for yardage. It's going to be 4th and goal. Not much there. Maybe a yard, so.
We're saying 2 yards on the scoreboard. And just 5.
Gain of a couple on the play. Bring up 4th down.
4th and 5. Get your playbook.
Messer goes out to the left side. Goes in motion. Landers throws it back to his tight end. And he fumbles the ball.
That doesn't matter because it's 4th down anyway.
Yeah, and it's going to be a Brownstown ball. And Silver Creek comes up short. Great drive, but couldn't finish. And Brownstown.
Fumble on the play, recovered by the Dragons. That'll turn the ball over.
Dragons just really kind of reaching in their bag of tricks and have used just about everything I think they've got. And it wasn't there tonight.
Not going to happen tonight.
Garen Bauer, the target on that pass, and trying to fight for the extra yards. Ball came loose. And be 1st and 10. Ball at about the 14-yard line. Stuckwich, the carry, and he gets pulled down after a gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards. Call it 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Inside, brought down by number 66, Dylan Mize.
Dylan Mize on the stop for the Dragons.
Well, you know Brownstown is going to run the ball now. They're going to clock is on their side, very much so.
They could really milk the clock for a lot more if they like. Minute and a half.
The play clock down to 10.
Nice spin play.
Not a nice game.
That time they shut the hole down right as it opens, so nothing there that time. I believe Stuckwich on the carry again and just didn't have an opportunity to get going.
By number 69, Hunter Knox.
3rd and 7.
So loss of a yard on the play. The defense has played a little better here in the second half. Kinsler wide open as the wide receiver. Beats one, beats two, beats three, and takes fourth man to get him down. And a huge pass play. Uncovered. He was virtually uncovered out there on the wing.
Threw it out quickly. Nice pass. Who was the recipient of the pass?
Seth Borden on the recipient. Was the recipient there. Under a minute to go in the third quarter.
Takes it off the right-hand side.
And down to the 36-yard line for 1st and 10. Brownstown chewing up the clock, chewing up the yards. Straight ahead is the handoff. See who had the ball. I think it may have been Huber, but and a late flag. No, it was Matthew Bell. And we have a sideline warning here on Silver Creek is what we saw. Matthew Bell on the carry, picked up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 with 18.2 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And they're not even going to try to get a play off. We're just going to let the clock run down. At the end of 3, Brownstown 33, Silver Creek 7. They played to a draw that period. 1 more to go. Stand by. We'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this on GLICOD.com.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com.
When you want the best in oral surgery, try Kentuckiana Oral and Maxillofacial Surgical Associates. Think of us as KYOMS. Whether it's implants or dentures, reconstructive surgery, or wisdom teeth removal, KYOMS specialists combine their experience with the latest technology to give you the highest level of comfort and care. To find out about our 4 Louisville locations, visit us online, KYOMS.com. That's KYOMS.com.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter. Brownstown 33, Silver Creek 7. Not a lot to say.
No,
I will say.
I'm sorry. You have to give credit for Silver Creek. I mean, they played them even this quarter. So,
yeah, defensive adjustments have been effective.
Silver Creek that quarter, 7 carries, 35 yards. Brownstown 8 carries, 29 yards.
Stuckwich on the carry, and he's eaten up in the backfield. He's more like a sandwich that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll spot the ball at the 34-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 8.
3rd down.
Silver Creek defense played like this the whole game. They'd been in a ball game, but
really? They made adjustments. I mean, had a bad second quarter.
Kinsler takes the snap, going to look for a receiver, and throws this one in the ground. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 8.
Pass is incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Not the same Brownstown team here in the second half, is it?
No, they've not been as efficient and certainly not been as accurate in the passing game, that's for sure. 4th and 8. You might expect a punt here, but I don't expect anything anymore. kick into the end zone for a touchback. It'll come out. Net result is a 14-yard field position change. Silver Creek takes over 1st and 10 on their own 20.
Brownstown 3 possessions in the second half, punt each time. And they did not punt in the first half, so tells you something.
Will start on their own 20-yard line.
Well, if you're looking for a victory, you're looking for some positives, you can find it. The defense has made the adjustments they needed to, but where they needed to make them was in the second quarter, and that
doomed them, for sure.
A game that had been moving and very exciting has really kind of come to a slow crawl here in the second half. Dragon offense showed some life last drive, but came up just a little short. Landers, handoff, Elijah Bays, not there. Back to the line of scrimmage, no more. Great defensive containment there by the defensive ends, and the fact that the linebackers are coming over to string that play out. So a lot of running, but no forward movement, really.
I wish I was in the halftime locker room to find out what they've been saying, because it's really a different game here in the fourth quarter. You know. Brownstown still commanding lead, 33-7.
Straight ahead.
Reverse.
A little bit of deception there.
Like a gain of about 5 yards.
18 Knight taking the ball up the middle. Gain of 4 on the play.
3rd and 5. Ball out to the 25-yard line. 10 minutes to go in the ball game. I think the outcome was decided by halftime. Now the question is, how pretty can we make it? Low throw, but Knight stays on his feet. No whistle.
That was remarkable.
And he loses the ball.
He had the ball taken away from him after all that.
Pass is complete to number 18, Knight.
Knight made a great effort to stay on his feet, but did not protect the rock. And it was stripped from him after he made a great gain. And
from the 47 down to the 47.
Brownstown ball. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Kinsler back in the shotgun. He's going to put it in the air again. This time one hops it to a receiver, incomplete. And that'll stop the clock at 9:37 to go in the ball game.
2nd down.
2nd and 10. Somebody needs to tell the guy that's running the chains he's got the wrong number up there. It's not 3rd down, it's 2nd.
And once again, Silver Creek had something going that time. And,
just couldn't quite finish. Short snap, straight ahead. That works so well. Huber on the carry. He picks up 4 just across midfield to bring up 3rd and 6.
Gain of 4 on the play. 3rd down.
Good crowd here tonight at the Silver Creek facility. Stuckwich gets the carry. He gets a 1st down and a few more. Across the 40, he's down to about the 38-yard line where he's got 1st down. Stayed in bounds as well. Clock stops on the move of the chains. Once they get him set, the clock will begin again. And Brownstown on the march.
Number 9, Stuckwich, taking the ball to the left-hand side after the pass.
About a 12-yard gain by Stuckwich. Now, he's carried the ball in the second half. That's kind of been the modus operandi of the Braves. Certain people carry the ball in the first half, and others carry it in the second half. That's the 6th carry for Stuckwich in the second half.
Comes back this direction. And I think we have, did I see a flag come flying in?
Penalty flag on the play.
Yeah. Holding.
Holding against Brownstown.
And this one's going to come back. They'll lose some yards. We'll see where they spot the ball. A lot of frustration out in the stands tonight. You can hear parents really giving the referees what for.
Ball spotted on the 45-yard line. Oh.
First and 10, or second and 10, or second and 16. From the 45-yard line. Short snap. And that's Huber again. He'll pick up a couple. 2-yard gain. 3rd and 14.
Number 40, Huber. Trying to take the ball up the middle. Stopped by number 45.
Ball down to the 43-yard line.
3rd down.
I'm going to bring up 3rd and long. Silver Creek again may have found a way to get a stop here. I'm sure Coach Dabble is going to go back and look at the film of that first half and pull it apart.
Well, especially the second quarter.
Yeah. Kinsler, little shuttle pass. Right up the middle. Going to be short of the first down. That's Brandon Wilson. First time we've called his name and number tonight. It'll bring up 4th and 7.
Shuffle pass to number 19, Wilson.
Ball at the 35-yard line.
A gain of about 10 on the play. That'll bring up 4th down.
Can we get another stop here? Hard to say.
4th and 6.
And it is a punt. Straight ahead punt this time. Kinsler just boots it away.
He's punting it into the end zone. That's not the kind of kick they want. That's another punt for Brownstown.
Four in a row.
Yeah, 4 possessions, 4 punts. So that speaks highly of Silver Creek, turning things around from a poor first half.
Silver Creek 4A school, Brownstown a 3A school. This is the last time they'll meet this season. They don't meet again in the playoffs, and Silver Creek can be glad about that because Brownstown's had their number. But Silver Creek not a bad club. They don't know how to solve that single wing offense.
No, they don't.
Well, at least in the first half they didn't. Maybe they got a clue now. But
Silver Creek, I was looking at the paper, 4A, sectional 23. Brownstown 3A, sectional 31.
Landers to put it in the air. Throws it downfield, has a receiver. Elijah Bays uses his own blocker as a screen. Spins out of another arm. He keeps running. He's running out of room, though, and takes it down to the 32-yard line. Great play.
He scrambles his way up the field.
48 yards.
That'll move the change.
First and 10, ball at the 32-yard line. Elijah Bays.
Great catch and run.
Yeah, a lot of yards after the catch. Landers puts Messer in motion. Fakes the handoff. Landers going to go straight ahead. Found a little bit of a seam. Got a head of steam, too. And Josh Landers, he ain't quit yet. Senior trying to spark his offense.
Quarterback Landers takes the ball to the middle.
And a timeout called by Brownstown as Silver Creek picks up another first down.
That will set up another Silver Creek. Timeout, Brownstown.
Silver Creek found a spark here in the second half, in the fourth quarter especially.
Brownstown with a timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. We'll be right back. Well, you know, they're going to come right back, so we're not going to take a break because they're in a hurry.
Give Landers 13 yards on that carry. On the 32-yard line, they've got it marked at the 19. Right up the middle.
Final scores starting to float in. We'll share those with you in our post-game coverage. What happened with the Bulldogs at New Albany? Did they beat Seymour? How about Jeffersonville, Columbus East? Well, I'll give you a clue. No surprise there. Providence holding on a lead against Milan. I keep wanting to say the European Milan.
The Italian pronunciation.
Yes. Nice handoff. Nice run. And down inside the 5 to about the 2-yard line. Oh, and that's an unnecessary flag. Really unnecessary. Against Silver Creek. Knight on the carry, and they're going to mark 15 yards off after the run for unsportsmanlike because he got up and he was a little excited. You know, referee's got to let the kids play the game. He didn't hurt anybody, and he wasn't hitting anybody. He was just being exuberant. And I think we've gotten to a point in this country where you can't let anybody do anything without throwing a yellow flag at them.
Me too. No, excuse me.
That's just an unnecessary call. It just changes the tenor of the game. You can't. I mean, if he's popping up cussing or throwing a punch or something like that, it's different. But what do I know?
Was that Knight on the carry?
That was Knight on the carry.
15 yards on the gain and 15 yards on the penalty.
Low snap. Landers picks it up. He's in trouble. He's got to get rid of it. He can't stand there and dance. And that is just mental mistake there. When he sees trouble, he's got to get rid of the ball. Look down, find a gray shirt downfield, and put it somewhere where it's going to be safe. Don't take a 25-yard sack.
Well, the snap was low, and he fumbled around with it, so he really didn't get off to the right start. So the timing was off from the get-go. Ball, spotted on, what is that, Mike? It's the 40, 30,
37-yard line.
37. That's a loss of 21 yards.
Second down, Dragon.
We're at first and goal at the 2. Bays on the carry. And a run. He'll pick up a few yards, not nearly enough. It was 2nd and 37.
19 Bays, left-hand side. Brought down by number 5.
3rd and about 22, maybe 23.
Third down.
Landers back, looking in the air. Has a receiver, and we have a pass interference in the end zone. And that'll be a penalty against Brownstown.
It's a 15-yard penalty, correct? It's not still not.
It is a 15-yard penalty
from the line of scrimmage. So that's still not a first down.
No. But it's not an automatic first down and 15 yards?
I don't think so in high school.
See, I think that kind of penalty should be an automatic first down. Because if they make the catch, they get a touchdown.
I tend to agree with you.
I think
spot. That's my question.
Yeah, it's going to be at about the 14-yard line. 3rd and about 7. Low snap again. Handoff. Knight fights for the end zone, and he gets there. Silver Creek. Little redemption.
Number 18, Knight.
Knight goes about 14 yards for the touchdown.
The ball in for a Silver Creek touchdown.
33-13, and out to kick the extra point. Jonathan McIntyre, the kicker, hasn't had a lot of work tonight. Snap and a holder there, and the kick is enough. 33-14. Silver Creek has won the battle so far the second half.
They're winning the second half, but unfortunately,
they got
both halves.
Yeah, they got drubbed in the first.
Yep.
Your score, Brownstown 33, Silver Creek 14.
33-14 with 4:41 to go in the ball game. Do you try an onside kick here? Or do you really want to go that? You're down by 19.
With no chance of winning. You need 3 scores, 3 touchdowns, and you've only got 2. I'd say no. Just play the second half and call it yours.
We'll see what Coach Dablow dials up here. Brownstown, I would imagine, has their hands team out there. They're all very close to the line, except for 2 men deep. So I think they're anticipating the onside kick. McIntyre, we'll see what he offers up.
All right, here we go. Not too deep to receive. They're expecting the onside.
Too kick. Short. Bounces, and it's picked up by a Silver Creek player. So he can't advance it. He can only recover it. Is that correct? I thought you could advance.
I don't know. I'm confused. Haven't seen that in a long time.
Well, referees were Johnny on the spot.
Well, they got the ball back.
Silver Creek get the ball at the 49-yard line. Let's see if they can turn this into points. Landers back out there to lead the offense.
49-yard line.
Silver Creek recovered.
They can really feel good about the second half. Unfortunately, it's not enough.
Yeah,
they've outplayed Brownstown in the second half. There's no question about it.
Elijah Bays, he wasn't anticipating getting the ball back, I guess. He was on the sideline with his helmet off. They said, hey, we need you. Snap. Landers going to look downfield. He's going to scramble.
He's going to throw it somewhere.
And throws it at the feet of a receiver, and that's probably the best possible outcome of that play, as the fans were about to storm his house if he got taken down for another 25-yard loss.
Well, he's in a chase, and he's got his back turned on the field, so it's hard to get turned around and make the pass, so I give him credit for getting that one.
Yeah. I can just hear the natives were getting restless on that one. Nervous emotion rising up here in the crowd. 2nd and 10. Clock stops on the incompletion, so didn't look good, but outcome wasn't so bad. Landers drops back again, looks downfield, has a receiver, and he makes the catch.
Getting good protection. And the catcher was
number 5, Witt.
Dylan Witt.
Dylan Witt.
He brought down by number 5, Bell.
Matthew Bell on the stop.
The change and set up another Silver Creek.
It gets it down to the 29-yard line. 1st and 10. So that one's out of the end zone, incomplete, and stops the clock at 4:08.
Pass into the Graff, incomplete. 2nd down.
Jacob Graff, the intended target, but they're just fortunate that one was out of bounds. That night running play has been it's worked pretty well for him. Messer, man in motion. There it is. Knight with a carry, straight ahead.
Took a good hit, but really got good yardage.
Inside the 15.
Official timeout.
And don't know why.
Knight taking the ball to the middle.
Knight picked up 6 on the carry. It'll be 3rd and 4.
55 Green.
Equipment timeout. That's why the player had to leave the field. I think his helmet came off.
3rd and 5, maybe 4.
3rd and 4. Yeah. Ball at the 12. Elijah Bays trying to get to the corner. He'll get it close to the 10-yard line as he goes out of bounds, but it's going to be short of the 1st down by a couple.
Bays on a jet sweep left-hand side.
They'll spot it.
Two on the play, 4th down.
It's going to be 4th and a long 1 or a short 2. Either way you measure it, it's 4th down.
For the pride of the Dragons, they need to make this one.
Messer in motion. Low snap. Landers keeps it himself. He dives straight ahead.
Too close.
We'll see where they spot it. He was diving for a spot, I can tell you.
Crucial spot.
And they get a 1st down. 1st and goal. Silver Creek.
Landers taking the ball from the middle. Gain of 2 on the play.
Going to be at the 7-yard line.
That'll set up another Silver Creek.
Messer in motion. And now we've got a flag. Procedure against Silver Creek.
Wow. Too many penalties. That's the 9th penalty against the Dragons. We said the first half was kind of well played.
Second half, not quite as clean.
Not with penalties.
Loss of 5. It'll be 1st and goal from the 12. Clock continues to run. Snap a little bit low again. Landers puts it up in the corner of the end zone. And say he caught the ball, but
out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Incomplete. 2nd and goal from the 12. 3:04 on the clock. Clock stops with the incompletion. Not a bad passing attempt there. It's either a touchdown or it's out of bounds, so not the outcome they wanted, but at least it's not the interception that could have been. Messer in motion. Knight goes straight ahead. Breaks a couple of tackles, dives down inside the 10-yard line, close to the 5.
Knight taking the ball up the middle.
And that's where they'll spot it. Give him 7 yards. It's 3rd and goal from the 5.
3rd down.
Knights had a good second half, or especially 4th quarter. Got the touchdown, got 5 carries, 47 yards. Where were they in the first half? Huh?
I don't know.
Remember, he only carried the ball once in the first half. So.
Knight goes the right side. Straight ahead.
Carried it 2 times in the first half, correction.
He's down to about the 2-yard line. So it's going to be 4th and goal from the 2. Silver Creek really trying to get some style points here with 2 minutes left in the game.
People getting a little tired out there. I can see the Brownstown guys, especially the linemen, it's like they're a little gassed.
Got his team set. No penalties. Landers looking for a seam. Dives in the end zone and gets across the line before the ball comes loose. It is a touchdown. Silver Creek scores again.
Quarterback Landers, he keeps it, takes it in for a Silver Creek touchdown.
Kick is up, and it's true. 33-21. Silver Creek Dragons woke up here in the second half. They've made it.
How do you explain that? I do not know how to explain the turnaround, because they've actually outplayed Brownstown after a miserable second quarter. I'd like to talk to Coach and see what the changes were.
Well, we'll give Coach Dablow some props. He obviously did something right at halftime, made some adjustments, and the team has responded. They've shut down Brownstown's powerful offense in the second half. They just got in such a deep hole.
That's right.
It was just nearly impossible to dig out, and you're down by 26 going into halftime. What do you do? Well, you do what you've done here. Shut them down and try to dig back. But they trail by 12, and you have to expect another onside attempt here. Worked last time. Brownstown's got everybody up this time. It's bouncing, and it's taken. And the kick was recovered by Seth Borden, and they took a knee and then got hit again, and we got another flag. There was the initial flag for the late hit, but then we have an unsportsmanlike after the fact. We'll see who that was against. And you really don't want to see it end up like this.
Oh, no.
Two penalties against Silver Creek. One during the play and one after the play, so they will probably be tacked on each other.
The Dragons, also in sportsmanlike conduct against the Dragons.
A 15-yard penalty from the spot, which would have been the 47. I don't think he knows where he's going. He stopped. Oh, how much is 15 and 15? Because it should be total 30 yards. Am I mistaken? Because one was in the play, and then there was a dead ball foul after the play.
And kind of messes up a good finish here for Silver Creek, doesn't it?
And now they're having a conference out there and not sure where to put the ball. And now he continues his march. Silver Creek players walking backwards trying to figure out where they're supposed to be. And they'll spot the ball at the 23? 24-yard line? That's the 23-yard line. Thanks to our camera, Ashton Beck, doing a great job pushing in across the field to see the spot. Thank you, Ashton. Good job. Now that's at the 22, actually. Yeah. Either way, that's a devastating couple of penalties. What's the discussion now?
I have no idea.
I'm just saying, the last couple of years, there have been longer and longer and longer ref discussions out in the field. Seems like it slows the game down quite a bit. I know they want to get it right, but it seems there's a lot of uncertainty these days. 1st and 10, ball at the 22-yard line. Minute 43 to go in the game. Short snap, straight ahead. Gain of about a yard.
Who was that on that carry?
I think it was Huber. He went straight ahead, and the quick whistle. 2nd and 9. Brownstown going to take as much clock as they can here. They really don't have a reason to hurry. Even if they don't get a first down, Silver Creek is simply going to be out of time. Under a minute to go. Kinsler looking at the game clock, down to 7. Hands it to Stuckwich, and nothing there. He'll lose some yards. Silver Creek with timeouts remaining, but Coach Dablow not going to waste them.
Stopped by number 64, Brayton Thomas.
A loss of 4. It'll be 3rd and 13. They'll have to get one more play off here. Play clock down to 18, 23 on the game clock. So go into your victory formation. Kinsler will take the snap. This is one time I'd go under center and take that ball directly. Took it and immediately down to a knee, and that's going to do it. At the end of the game.
And that's your ball game. Your final score,
Brownstown 33, Silver Creek 21. We'll take a break and be back with our post-game coverage right after this on GLICOD.com. Stay with us, folks.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
What? No. When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Doug and Maureen hope to travel the world as missionaries in some of the most remote nations. We honor them for their work. Thanks, guys.
Bill and Frank have served the country with honor during the Vietnam War. Bill has 2 Purple Hearts. Thank you both for your service.
We're truly honored to serve a generation that's really made a difference. For more information about American senior communities, please visit us at asccare.com.
What brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
Greg, is this true? Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance, no matter what time it is.
And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Just call or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Remember to contact Doug Fisher in Clarksville.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
GLICOD's coverage of Kentuckiana Football Friday continues with the postgame show. A recap of tonight's action, recognition of tonight's top players, and scores of other games. Brought to you by Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. If you have crime information to report, contact the Clark County Sheriff's Office tip line at 812-280-2276 or email tips at clarkcosheriff.com.
Welcome back. Post-game coverage underway. Mike Beck, Paul Love here. Final score at Silver Creek. Brownstown Central 33, Silver Creek 21, and what a ball game. I know you're working hard to get your stats here. And
pretty much got them. You ready for them?
Sure, go ahead. Tell me what you got.
Okay. Talking about Brownstown first, the winners of the game, 33-21, had them on the ground, 37 carries, 221 yards, led by Sam Huber. Actually had the most carries at 10 for 41. 9 carries by Stuckwitz, all in the second half. Excuse me. Passing-wise, 6 of 13, 158 yards. For the game, 50 plays from scrimmage, 379 yards for the Silver Creek Dragons. And we're looking at Silver Creek now. 39 carries, 130 yards. 15 of 27 passing, 205 yards. Leaders for the Silver Creek Dragons, I'm trying to look here. Really, I guess you'd have to say Keith Knight led the way with 8 carries and 55 yards. No, actually, I changed my mind. Elijah Bays had 11 carries and 60 yards. So 39 carries, 130 yards, 15 of 27 passing for 205 yards. Total of 66 plays from scrimmage and 335 yards. Oh, there's a crash upstairs. So really close statistics. 379 total yards for Brownstown, 335 for Silver Creek. 66 plays compared to 50. The tale of two halves, Mike. Really, Brownstown, as we kept saying, dominated that first half, but you'd have to say Silver Creek dominated the second half.
Yeah.
A lot of penalties in the game, too. I was kind of disappointed in that. I have Silver Creek flagged 10 times, and I don't have the total yards there, but there were quite a few of them. Flagged by Brownstown 7 times.
So 17 total penalties.
17 penalties. That's a lot for this stage of the season.
Yeah, it doesn't come close to the 30 penalties we had last week at Bedford with Floyd Central.
I listened to you.
That was a scary, ugly game. But
touchdowns for, you want to go over the touchdowns there?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay, fine. Brownstown, again, almost all in the first half. All in the first half. They had 33 points at halftime, didn't score in the second half. Thompson had a touchdown catch with 4:53 in the first quarter for 50 yards. Somebody turned the lights on. Bollinger,
you're welcome,
had a catch also for a touchdown, a 5-yard catch in the second quarter with 11:55 to go. Thompson again with a touchdown catch in the second quarter, 9:56. Stuckwich on a 3-yard run made the score 27-7, and then Thompson again in the second quarter with 2:22 left on a 10-yard pass and catch and run for 33 points. So once again, Thompson with 3 touchdowns. Silver Creek had them with 21 points. Bays caught a pass for 35 yards in the first quarter. That was the only points they would score in the first half. Knight then in the fourth quarter, when they really got things going, Knight on a 14-yard run with 4:41 left in the fourth quarter, make the score 33-14, and then Landers comes back with another run for a touchdown with 1:45 in the last quarter for 2 yards, kick good, 21 points. So total of, 8 touchdowns, 5 by Brownstown, 3 by Silver Creek, and it was really a tale of two halves. First half belonged to Brownstown, second half belonged to Silver Creek. Unfortunately, the score in favor of Brownstown.
All right, we'll take another break. We'll be back with our most outstanding player of the game right after this on GLICOD.com.
Doug and Maureen hope to travel the world as missionaries in some of the most remote nations. We honor them for their work. Thanks, guys.
Bill and Frank have served the country with honor during the Vietnam War. Bill has 2 Purple Hearts. Thank you both for your service.
We're truly honored to serve a generation that's really made a difference. For more information about American senior communities, please visit us at asccare.com.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy! Oh, what I see there in your ear! It's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
Where's Silver Guy? What? No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
When you want the best in oral surgery, try Kentuckiana Oral and Maxillofacial Surgical Associates. Think of us as KYOMS. Whether it's implants or dentures, reconstructive surgery, or wisdom teeth removal, KYOMS specialists combine their experience with the latest technology to give you the highest level of comfort and care. To find out about our 4 Louisville locations, visit us online, KYOMS.com. That's KYOMS.com.
And we're back here as our post-game coverage continues. Mike Beck, Paul Love, and time to reach down deep and pick out our most outstanding players of the game tonight, brought to you by Kentuckiana Oral Surgery with 2 locations to serve you, including their brand new office behind Menards in Jeff. And who did we choose?
Well, for Silver Creek, let's go with him since they're short end of the stick here. Elijah Bays, we think, consistent throughout the game, had 2 carries in the first quarter, 3 in the second, 3 in the third, 3 in the fourth, carried the ball 11 times for 60 yards, had 4 catches for 101 yards and a touchdown. So a nice effort there by Elijah Bays for Silver Creek. We kept talking about Brownstown the whole game through. Derek Thompson, I think the star there, 7 carries on the ground for 56 yards. And looks like Had just 2 catches, but both of them touchdowns in the first half. Of course, all their points were in the first half. 60 yards on that, so 60 yards to go along with his 56, 116-yard game and 3 touchdowns for Derek Thompson.
Also mention his 2 interceptions on defense.
Yeah, that's right.
So really outstanding game tonight by Derek Thompson. Our outstanding player of the game for Brownstown, and Elijah Bays gets the nod for Silver Creek. We'll take one more break, and we'll be back with final thoughts and a look ahead to next week. Stand by, more to come right after this.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm an extremely average golfer. I take my first full swing of the day and hit a perfect duck hook over the frontage road and right through your windshield. You yank the wheel and end up OB in a water hazard. And if you have cut rate insurance, you could be out a whole lot of green. So get Allstate.
And Floyd Knobs, call Allstate agent Packy Page today.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe. This is the...
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up. Shut up, Jeff.
I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com. Many children in your community need a voice. That's why you should volunteer for CASA, court-appointed special advocates who stand for the best interest of abused and neglected children involved in the court system. CASA volunteers are ordinary community members, and as a volunteer, you'll receive plenty of training and have lots of resources to help you with your cases. For more information or to become a volunteer, contact your local CASA office or visit casaforchildren.org.
And welcome back, Mike Beck here, and I think we've lost our camera, so we're going to go in the dark. But one thing I can bring up is our post-game reminder where we're going to be next week. We're going to take it on the road to Providence High School in Clarksville as they host Linton. Stockton, the Miners, come in, and the Pioneers want to get revenge on that last game of the season last year where they closed it up with a loss. They'd like to turn it around. Speaking of the Pioneers, let's go over some scores tonight. Other games, Providence won again tonight. They won big over Milan, 42-13. Another final score in, Charlestown 37, Salem 14. Big note in that game, running back Marion Lukes becomes the first Pirates player to ever rush for over 2,000 yards in a season. So a big night for Charlestown. Final score, Floyd Central holds on to beat Jennings County 27-14 on the road. New Albany gets the win at home tonight, 21-7 over Seymour. Columbus East, no trouble with Jeffersonville, 50-3. Final score there. So those are the scores of games that we kept an eye on tonight. Congratulations to Marion Lukes. Had a great night there for Charlestown, obviously, and great season, and there's still a game to go.
He got hurt, I believe, in that first game against Brownstown, as I recall, and I was worried about him, but he must have come on strong after that. So
he sure did. But, well, that's going to pretty much wrap it up for us. Any final thoughts on this one, Paul?
Well, Coach John Dablow has to be really happy after being very sad in the first half. But they really turned things around here and gained a lot of respect. Didn't get the win, so Brownstown wins the conference outright in Mid-Southern Conference game. Perfect record of 6-0. But no shame for Silver Creek here tonight, who turned things around in the second half and played well.
Okay, well, that's going to do it for us. We're going to wrap it up here. Thanks for tuning in and watching the coverage. For a rebroadcast of this game, the most in-depth coverage on high school sports, click on GLICOD.com. Join us next week at Providence High School for the final regular season game in Indiana. Tonight's executive producer has been Steve Bird with music by Jason Shaw. And once again, the final score, Brownstown 33, Silver Creek 21. For Paul Love, I'm Mike Beck saying good night from Silver Creek. You've been watching high school football on GLICOD.com. See you next week.
This live broadcast of Kentuckiana Football Friday was presented by Interstate Batteries. Outrageously dependable since 1952 and available throughout southern Indiana. For the dealer nearest you, visit interstatebatteries.com. Tonight's game was also brought to you by Centra Credit Union for banking and financial services that are centered around you. Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll, who reminds you not to text and drive. Kentuckiana Oral Surgery, with 4 locations to serve you, including behind Menards at Town Center Boulevard in Jeff. The W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany, designing, building, innovating, and now hiring. The Locker Room. Voiner's Auto Air in Jeffersonville. Big or small, they do it all. And by Allstate agent Packy Page of Floyd's Knobs. He'll put you in good hands.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcast, visit our website, GLICOD.com, Facebook and Twitter at GLICOD. We thank you for listening to this live sports presentation from GLICOD Communications.